LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Oh, we're not blaming anything on the rain here on the K-Zone. It's great to have you along with us. It's Thursday night, the opening of the high school football season here in Massachusetts. National anthem over down on the field, and the captains are out at midfield is where we left you. Coin toss brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance. For your home, auto, or business, Woodcomb Insurance in Leominster has the right coverage at the right price with a local team of insurance pros ready to help. 166 Hamilton Street, Leominster, online at woodcomb.com. Bill Thomas, captains down on the field, the mayors of the respective communities. Leominster Mayor Dean Mazzarella, longest-serving mayor in the state of Massachusetts, joined down there by Fitchburg High School Mayor Mr. Di Natale out there as well. Bill Thomas, what can you report? Woodcomb Insurance brings us the coin toss.
Well, I can tell you, Mayor Mazzarelli called it right. Leominster wins the coin toss. They've deferred to the second half, and they will be defending the goal to our right.
Mayor Steve Di Natale took a moment to congratulate and wish luck to each of the Fitchburg High School captains, and a nod was exchanged to the Leominster side of things. So the teams will jump into their packs. They are ready for action, and this is what we have been waiting for. This is why these two schools want to battle twice a year. The environment opening up the year, the kickoff classic, the 139th meeting of these two storied programs. A new/old tradition begins again tonight. Teams will continue to meet on Thanksgiving Day, but now they will also meet in week one each successive year. Remember, these two teams, as we said, used to regularly play each other twice a season. That is not something new or unusual or anything of that nature, but they will begin that tradition again tonight. Bill Thomas, we're ready for the play-by-play.
And our award-winning play-by-play is brought to you by RC Excitement, the Northeast premier radio control complex, located at 208 Bemis Road in Fitchburg, online at rcexcitement.com. Now, with the call of the game, the voice of the rivalry, Todd Robbins.
All right, Bill Thomas, thank you so much. And ready for action here at historic Doyle Field. As Leominster now takes the field, they will send out their kicking squad to open action here tonight. Terry D'Oliveira will do the kicking for Leominster here in this 2021 season. D'Oliveira, the senior kicker, 5'9", 170 pounds, takes over as the primary kicker for Santee Rodriguez, now kicking just about a half an hour south here at Worcester State University. Ball's on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. There are no more delays. There is no more COVID protocols that are going to affect the kickoff of this action. The 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg is underway. Kickoff goes from right to left and end over end, and it will be returned from the Red Raider 20-yard line with a full head of steam. Bouncing out to the left, it's Joshua Medina. Medina cuts across the 30, slipped down across the 34 and down at the 35-yard line. It's a 15-yard return, and the Red Raiders have the football. First down and 10. Their own 35-yard line coming left to right here in quarter number one. Red Raiders wearing the road white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in brick red front and back. Red Raiders across the chest. The new metallic or smoke gray helmets with the brick red cages, Fitchburg F on either side, with the Red Raider as well emblazoned on either side of the helmet. Tyler Broussard takes over the quarterback duties. Single backfield, Aquendo is back there. Broussard up under center, the snap, give it to Anthony Aquendo, who bounces it to the outside, across the 40, 45, midfield, and is angled out of bounds at the 45-yard line. He got into open space and gained 16. And Bill Thomas, as soon as he touched the football, the Red Raider sideline exploded. They thought they were gone for a touchdown on the first touch.
Yeah, big hole right there, and I'm going to have to see where 73's lined up, because I wouldn't be at all surprised if he's over there on that left side of the line, but big hole. Big 15-yard gain on that first down play.
That's Captain Samson Faulkner, the senior, 6'3", 325 pounds. And yes, Bill Thomas, he is at the center spot, it looks like, right over the football. No, excuse me, right guard.
Right guard, yep.
Lining up under center now, it's Broussard, just across midfield at the Leominster 49.5 yard line. Single back is Oquendo. Broussard the snap. Oquendo plunges his way through the B gap, across the Leominster 45, drives his legs to the 40, down just across there at the 39. A gain of 9 and enough for a Red Raider first down.
And I think that B gap is right the approximate area where Faulkner was blocking, and he opened up a huge hole right there for another easy 10-yard pickup.
So officially that it would be a 10-yard pickup. It looked a little bit short of that, but 2 plays from Fitchburg, 2 plays to Anthony Oquendo, 2 first downs.
1st and 10 for the Red Raiders at the Leominster 39 at left hash. Broussard in the gun this time. The snap on the counter. Gives the handoff to Oquendo. Takes it to the right of the formation. Stood up on the play as he collides with what looked like Miguel Cabrera, Bill Thomas, and then the rest of the Blue Devils clean it up. But it's still a gain of 9 for Oquendo, who is slicing and dicing his way into the Leominster secondary.
Yeah, fight over the football there. Pre-tackle, Oquendo did a good job of holding on to it. You know, wet ball, but almost on cue. The rain is let up, so yeah, good job hanging on to the ball in that tough 9-yard gain.
And on 2nd and short, Oquendo heads to the sideline, helmet off. 10.5 to play here in the first quarter, and the Red Raiders driving here. Shotgun set, Broussard with 2 backs in the backfield. The snap and the give this time, second man into the pile. It looked like De Leon, Bill Thomas, but we're going to see as he comes up from the bottom of the pile. Indeed, it was Colin Dudek on the carry. Gain of 4.
Got to pre-number him there because once Oquendo's out of the game, we got to spot up who's back there because we're not sure who's going to get it then. But yeah, good job right there on that 2nd and short. Just nothing fancy, just moving the chains.
And a 1st down and 10 for the Red Raiders, just shy of the Blue Devil 25-yard line at the 25.5 yard line. Center of the field, Red Raiders march goes left to right. Shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield, 3 receivers spread across the formation, 2 wide to the left. Play action give, snap it over the middle, leaping, deflected, and intercepted. It's Blue Devil football at their own 20-yard line, shoved back to the 19, but Leominster's got an interception. It's Riley Costa that picks it up on the interception. There is a flag down on the field. The flag is down at the Blue Devil 27-yard line. We await the signal from crew chief Bill Goslin. Holding is the signal against the Red Raiders. That will be declined. The interception will stand, and the Blue Devil defense with the timely takeaway.
Tough pass right there. I think the intended receiver was Tyler Broussard. Off his hands, a little high, and nice job right there by Costa to be on the spot.
Kickoff brought to you by Fraticelli Oil. Exceptional comfort, warmth, and efficiency for your dollar. Heating with environmentally friendly wood pellets from Fraticelli Oil Company in Leominster. Service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Same-day delivery. Online at FraticelliOilCo.com. Fraticelli Oil, a place to save heating dollars. 1st down and 10 Blue Devils, their own 19-yard line. Out of the pistol set, the snap, the give is to Newton from Caden Constant. He'll bounce it to the outside left, works his way across the 25-yard line of the 27. It's a gain of 6 for Leominster, leaves a 2nd down and 4.
You know, I'm going to spend some time watching Faulkner here on defense. He's lined up as a nose tackle, and he took that first step to the left there. The center good job of pushing him that way, and the running back cut to the opposite side, away from him.
Constant with the snap. The give is for Newton once again. Takes it to the left of the formation. Falls across the 30 to the 31. It's a Leominster first down. 9:07 to play in the first quarter. 0-0 our score. The 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg here on the K-Zone. And the Blue Devils working quickly here without a huddle. All checking their play call armbands as they get the signals from the sideline. Here comes that pistol set again. 2 backs. Newton is dotting in this pistol set right behind Constant, who takes the pistol snap. Gives it to Newton as he turns around. Cross the 30. Bounces off an initial hit to the Blue Devil 35. Now backpedaling into the boundary. And he's driven out of play by Jared Phillips, who did a good job to lasso Newton. And he wasn't going to let him escape.
Yeah, good job using that edge right there. Definitely staying away from Faulkner. They left him in the middle of the field there, and they're doing a good job of turning him one way and running the other direction on those sweeps. Giving Newton a little delay time to kind of pick that up. I think he's reading that block on the nose tackle and trying to go the opposite way, stay away from Faulkner.
Gain of 4, Blue Devil Second down and 6. Ball at their own 35-yard line, coming right to left. Pistol snap, and the give this time was to the up back. Quickly swallowed up on the play, but it was Nico Martinez in that fullback spot. Nice job by the Red Raider defense to collapse back in on him. The linebacker Colin Dudek leading the charge there to plug up that gap.
Yeah, it didn't take long for the Red Raiders to change their defense up. They didn't put Faulkner over the nose guard as a nose guard. They moved him over to the right of the ball that time, kind of give him a little different blocking look on the offensive side. I think that disrupted the running play right there, because that's where the trouble was when they tried to run to the left side.
Scored as a loss of 1, 3rd down and 7. Ball back at the Blue Devil 34-yard line, and a timeout on the play taken by the Red Raiders. Some personnel issues over there on the sideline. Kate, 7:43 to play here in the first. What stands out on your sheet?
Well, thus far, the Leominster Blue Devils offense has completed, put a check mark next to goal number 1, key to the game number 1 from Coach Devin Gates. He said they needed first downs in their first drive. They've gotten one. They've also had a beautiful defensive play with the interception in Fitchburg's first offensive drive.
On 3rd and 7, the pistol snap, rolling out to his right and throwing a little dart, complete on the play to Jared Viola is constant. Viola across the 40, the 45, and is dragged down at the 48-yard line, and it's a Blue Devil first down. Nice catch by Jared Viola. Little shot put action from Caden Constant, but it worked for a gain of 14.
Blue Devils did a good job of flooding that right flat right there, and he turned up short. The defenders went long, got pulled downfield, wide open. Nice delivery by Caden.
And developing some confidence out on the field is going to be key for Caden Constant. Get him some completions so that
Having
he
the
has
time,
that point.
I think, is
Give
where
him some
that
time.
confidence is going to come from. You got to give him time.
Pistol set, 2 backs with him. The snap, the give was to Martinez. That was sniffed out immediately, and a great job by the Red Raider defense. And who is it again?
Looks
Yep,
up.
it's once again
50.
Colin Dudek, who's right there to make the initial stop. Bill Thomas.
Yeah,
Everybody else came in behind him.
51, Johnny on the spot right there. Got him in a bear claw. I don't have 51 on my roster right here, but
That's correct, Bill Thomas. We don't have a 50.
I'll have to do a double check on that one, because I tell you, we're going to be calling his number a lot in the middle of the line if he plays like that.
7th play of this opening offensive drive for the Leominster Blue Devils coming up.
2nd down and 12. Ball back at the Blue Devil 45, going right to left. The snap for Constant. It's option out to the right. He turns the ball upfield, getting tackled, and down he goes on the play.
Yeah, nothing there. You know, Caden really doesn't have that speed to gain that corner, and it looks like he was cut off there by Santana. Nice job. First one to arrive in the scene. Rest of the Red Raiders defense showed up there on that left side, and nothing going.
And that brings up a 3rd down and 13, just a short loss back across the 45. So 3rd and just a little bit longer. Blue Devils need to move their way to the Red Raider 42-yard line for the first down.
And knowing how aggressive Coach Gates' play calling is, if Leominster's not able to convert on 3rd down here around midfield, I think you'll see him go for it on 4th.
Pistol formation sets up on the field on 3rd down and long. Caden Constant looks over at the sideline. Coach Gates doesn't like the alignment and asks for the timeout, stopping the clock with about 6.5 to play here in quarter number 1, no score.
You looked over there.
I looked over and I'm going, no, under 2 minutes is not the right answer.
I've
to that
gotten caught by that timeout clock, too.
Oh,
so
Mike.
I believe
Mike
a little
Griffin
under 6 minutes to
psyched
play.
you out, and that was the best moment of the day so far. Well done, Mike.
He is. Starting lineups are brought to you by Elliott's Jewelers, a staple in Fitchburg's community for over 80 years. Elliott's caters to all tastes and styles with a vast collection of classic jewelry, modern pieces, and even combinations of both. Everything old is new again. 63 Wayland Street in Fitchburg. Online at elliott'sjewelers.net. For the Blue Devils pistol offense, left to right across the line, it's Nico Nevard and Logan Acer protecting the left. Tony Kendall does the snapping. John Escabi, the right guard, and Tony Palmariello, the captain, protects the right side of the line. Backs and specialists, Makai Newton gets the start at tailback. Nico Martinez, the fullback. Ricky Encarnacion is the H-back in the formation. Jack Fish and Miguel Cabrera, the wide receiver. Caden Constant, the start at quarterback for Leominster's offense, coming out of the timeout with 5:34 to play in the first quarter. Here we go on 3rd and 13. Pistol set. The play action fake. Constant does a good job to hang on to the ball. Now he's improvising. Slices his way upfield, across the 45, midfield into the Red Raider defense, and dragged down at the Red Raider 45. It's a gain of 7 for Caden Constant on a busted play, but it is still short of a first down. 4th and about 2 to go.
Busted play, but he did a good job finding a hole there in that blocking scheme. Pocket did a good job keeping the lineman off him, but nobody downfield. Nice job getting something positive out of that by Caden Constant.
I'll tell you what, both of your voices not in mid-season form.
It's the
both
rain.
of you.
I blame it on the rain.
Wet lines. Back in the day, radio struggled with wet lines.
My voices sound like velvet up until yesterday.
4th down, 2 to go. Pistol set. The give is for Newton. Newton takes it to the left side, drives his legs across the 40, and down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 9 for Mackay Newton, and the Leominster drive continues with the first down.
And you got that right about Coach Gates going for it on 4th down. Luckily, that was 4th and short, not 4th and long, but nice conversion right there.
Leominster 1 of 1 now on 4th.
Yep.
And whistles kill the play, even though the snap made it to Constant.
No, flag on the far side.
Yeah, came from the Red Raider sideline.
I was keeping my mouth shut, but when we came back from that last timeout, I did note internally, no flags yet in the first quarter.
Illegal substitution against the Red Raiders.
How do you illegally substitute on defense?
That's a good question, Bill
I don't
Thomas.
understand that.
Remember, the Federation rules a little bit different, got a little variation there.
Can you not substitute if the offense doesn't substitute?
You can.
I'm confused.
You can, unless you didn't get the player off to the sideline. Could be an illegal participation. Too many men.
That's not what they motioned.
That is correct. I'll go with Goose Goslin.
You can defend him all you want.
Absolutely.
You're trying to get on his good side.
1st and 5, ball across the 35, and Leominster's got a 1st and 5 at the Red Raider 33-yard line. Pistol set, bootleg rollout, the little dart thrown complete to Encarnacion, lets the defender blow by. He's got right sideline, Encarnacion to the end zone. It's a Blue Devil touchdown for the moment. There is a flag down on the play. The flag is down at the 12-yard line. It's a 32-yard touchdown at the moment for Caden Constant to Ricky Encarnacion, but there is a flag out on the field. Let's see what the signal is from Bill Goslin.
It's in a bad spot.
The signal is illegal block in the back against Leominster. That touchdown comes down off the board. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. No score, Fitchburg and Leominster. The 139th meeting right here on the legendary AM 1280 and 105.3 FM. Great to have you along with us here on the K-Zone tonight. That Leominster touchdown, a 32-yard run from Mackay Newton on the little dart from Caden Constant. Off the board with 4 minutes to play in the first, Kate.
Not totally off the ball, though. Go ahead,
Correct,
Kate.
because they
It's
did
a spot
have,
foul.
yeah, it is a spot foul. So they do have a 1st down and 10 now from the 22.
But what they don't have is 6. 1st down and 10. Back to that pistol set. Give it to Newton. He'll take it laterally across the line, and the Red Raider defense is there to shut down that edge. Nice run in there on the play. Yeah, looked like Dudek again. Devani De Leon also there.
Nice gang tackler right there, but shutting off that corner before he can make the edge.
We'll have a check of our time and temperature coming up here after this next play, as the rain is just a really heavy, steady drizzle that continues to fall down on the field. 3.5 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Leominster and Fitchburg. Blue Devils still driving on their first offensive possession of the game. Pistol set, H-back in the formation is Encarnacion. The snap, fake the give. It's option out to the right. Constant decides to keep it. Angles the ball upfield toward the 20-yard line. Dragged down across the 15 at the 13-yard line. Nice quarterback option there by Constant. He set the edge. The running back drifted away from him. He had room to slice into the defense, kept it and moved the ball up the field.
What he did was he slowed the defense down, and then he saw his opportunity to cut it upfield and found a nice little seam right there. Nice job running that read option by Caden.
They mark him a yard short of the 1st down. So it'll be 3rd and a yard at the 14-yard line, under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Plus running that read option to the short side of the field, it's all that much more difficult, but a nice job right there.
Conventional shotgun set here, 2 backs in the backfield, a receiver on either side of the formation on 3rd and short. Give it to Newton from Constant off the snap, lassoed and down on the play he goes, just about the 14-yard line. They're going to actually mark it all the way back to just shy of the 15. 4th down and a full 1.5 yards to go for Leominster, deep in Red Raider territory. Second choice on this drive. Coach Gates went for it and succeeded on 4th down, back around the 45-yard line.
It's a tough play right here, especially running this out of the shotgun. You know, Kate and I were talking, like to see some under center action here. Short yardage, we'll have to see how it works out.
Pistol set, Encarnacion, the H-back on the right of the formation. Receiver on either end. Constant, couple of hard counts, couple more hard counts. Clock continues to wind down to 1:45. And Coach Devin Gates will spend a timeout, his second here of the first half, on 4th down and short to go.
Cade's not going to get him to jump offside by waving his arms around like that. He's got to get a little inflection in his voice, get a little head bob right there. They're not going to go on hand movement.
No question about that. Time and temperature brought to you by Dorico's Market, a full-service meat market in Delhi dedicated to providing the community with the highest quality meat selection at affordable prices. Worcester's go-to old-fashioned butcher shop and specialty market since 1947. Coming soon to 1123 Central Street in Leominster. Online at Dorico's.com. 67 degrees and a steady rain here at Doyle Field at 7:16 on a Thursday night, September the 9th, 2021, the 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg, the first kickoff classic here on week number 1, right here on your home for the rivalry, the K-Zone AM 1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com, and with our partners at Leominster TV. Great to have you joining us. A fantastic crowd on hand. Bill Thomas, I saw you leaning out, getting that look
Both
up
sides.
and down the sides.
And they're
Hearty
lining
football crowd.
the top of the bowl here. Tents, pop-up tents out here, and it's turned into a tailgating fiesta here.
Kate, our friends, the economists, would say that there's pent-up demand in the marketplace. This would be some pent-up demand if you see a crowd on a night like this in the rain, in the tail end, we'll say. Let's try to go on the positive end of an international pandemic. There's definitely pent-up demand for Leominster Fitchburg, and it's in the stands tonight. Great job by these fans turning out. 1:42 to play here in the first. 4th down and a yard and a half to go. Blue Devils will go for it at the Fitchburg 15. A snap, a hard backside blitz. There's nowhere for Constant to go. The Red Raiders are there. They've got themselves a sack. Anthony Aquendo is there on the play, along with Jared Phillips to finish off the sack. Turnover on downs, and the defense stands for the Red Raiders here in the first quarter as well. First quarter has been marked by defense. Leominster stops a long Fitchburg drive on their first possession with a deflection and an interception. Go back the other way. Leominster a deep drive into Red Raider territory. It is thwarted by the Fitchburg defense on 4th down and short.
And the turnover occurs right about in the same area of the field. Fitchburg got down to about the 25 on the Blue Devils side. Now they take the ball back at their own 25. But, yeah, Caden wasn't fleet of foot enough there to turn that corner. He got ran down rather quickly by the defense.
First down and 10 to go for the Red Raiders, only their second offensive possession of the night. 96 seconds left here in the first quarter. On the single back snap, the give is for Anthony Aquendo, right up the middle of the field. 30-35, down at the Fitchburg 36-yard line. It's a Red Raider first down, and this aspect of their offense continues to move.
Yeah, I mean, you just it's tough to slow Aquendo down. He is quick. He can move while he's running. He's got a nice drop step to change direction, and he's a solid 10 yards into the Blue Devils' defense until the first contact was made, and Cascione carrying for another 5.
And Kate, we talked about it a little bit on our countdown to kickoff. Aquendo has had a love-hate relationship with this Fitchburg-Leominster game. Hasn't played his best when he has played. Hasn't played a lot in this series either.
That's what I was going to say. We haven't seen all that much of him.
Once again on first down and 10 to go. He gets the snap, bouncing it to the left side of the formation this time. 35, go 40, spun down there on the play. It's a gain of a short handful, give him 2. 2nd down and 8 to go.
You know, going back to Caden's experience, I believe he was the quarterback as a sophomore in Thanksgiving of 19. When
Aquendo.
they won that.
Anthony Aquendo.
Oh, Aquendo. Oh, okay.
No worries.
I'm on the other side of the football.
You are indeed.
It's week 1, Billy. It's
I'm
okay.
I'm multitasking.
We'll be in mid-season form, Bill Thomas, by the middle of the season. That's usually where I like to hit that mid-season stride.
I should
Right.
pay attention to what's being said and
Right
not
now.
try to read and then memorize at the same time.
Aquendo with 5 carries, 51 yards. Right now he's averaging 10.2 yards per carry.
2nd down, 7 to go. A snap, play starts to develop, whistles, and a flag comes out. Procedure signaled against the Red Raiders with 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. First quarter action brought to you by Acme Carpet One in Lunenburg, a local family-owned floor covering store doing business in the same location for over 50 years. There's lots of pros and cons in the flooring business, and these are the pros online at acmecarpet1.com. The whistle to begin play once again, and the ball is up. That's the end of the first quarter. A stalemate in the 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg here at Doyle Field, week number 1. Leominster and Fitchburg scoreless through the first quarter of action. We've got a whole lot more for you to come. Stay with us. Teams change ends. Second quarter when we come back. This is the rivalry or the kickoff classic right here on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. First opportunity, we get to say a very hello to you as well. Remember, anytime radio steps away, you get the bonus coverage and analysis, and we'll start right here. Bill Thomas, defense, defense, and more defense. That was the first quarter of action.
Well, we saw on both sides, defensively, bend but don't break, and both teams came up with big plays once the offensive team for the other side got down into their end of the field. Turnover on downs by the Red Raiders defense, and we saw that big interception by the Leominster Blue Devils defense. We'll have to see what the second quarter brings, but Red Raiders are back on the ball and moving it downfield. We'll have to see if the Blue Devils can stiffen up.
We talk a lot about Leominster legends checking in with us. Pat LaPointe says hello, says great to hear you all again. Welcome back. Welcome back indeed, Pat. Great to be here, and welcome back football for this 2021 season.
Great crowd. Great crowd.
Back to historic Doyle Field in Leominster. Teams change ends to begin the second quarter of action. Fitchburg now going right to left on 2nd down and 11 to go after the procedure before the end of the quarter. First handoff on the play, drives its way into the pile. It looked like Devani De Leon on the carry. He hits the Blue Devil defense, crosses the line, gains back what was lost, plus a little bit. Looks like 3rd down and about 8 to go.
Yeah, not a lot there. I think it's first carry of the game for
It certainly is.
Devani, but big kid right there, tall, lanky kid. Have to see if they can't utilize his speed. He looks like somebody who could use the outside.
Now walk their way over here to the left hash of the formation. 3rd down and 8 to go from the Red Raider 39-yard line. Tyler Broussard in a 2-back shotgun set, 3 receivers in the formation. Back to pass, 3-step snap, slant coming in from the left. Beautiful leaping catch made there by Nico Caputi at midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the drive continues for the Red Raiders.
Quick slant right there, well-designed play. Quick hitter before the Blue Devils got off the ball right there. The receiver had it.
It'll be 1st down and 10 to go for Fitchburg right at midfield. Just 1 minute gone by here in this second quarter of action. What a Thursday night. What a great environment for high school football to be out here starting this back up for the 2021 season. And kudos to the athletic directors of these two communities, Leominster High School's AD Dave Palazzi, Fitchburg High School AD Craig Tossey, for having the forethought to make this move. The snap is botched. It goes by Broussard on a ground ball. Everybody goes diving. Flags come from all over the place like confetti. They'll sort this one out.
That ball was snapped and no one was ready for it on Fitchburg's side of the ball. Broussard not even looking at his center at the moment that the ball was snapped, and it went flying right by him. That's got to be a very lonely feeling out there.
And that's going to be a procedure penalty against the center, Emiliano Pastorino. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll mark it back to the Red Raider 45, a 1st down and 15. If one person has to know the snap count, Bill Thomas, it's got to be the center.
I got to tell you, the Red Raiders caught a break because that was going to cost them 15 yards and a down.
And
it only cost them 5 yards and a reset. So that actually, you call that a penalty, but that was no penalty,
but
big picture.
Not only that, Broussard was lucky to have seen it go by.
Right.
That's how much he wasn't looking.
You know, the center hikes it, nobody's ready.
That's tough.
Broussard barking signals,
Lucky
talking
for the
to
Red Raiders.
Christian Lopez, the offensive coordinator on the Red Raiders sideline. Coach Greg Graham, seeing the discontent, asks for the timeout to stop the clock. No score, Fitchburg and Leominster. Second quarter action here at historic Doyle Field from our Walker Orthodontics mobile broadcast booth. I'm Todd Robbins alongside Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins and you. Great to have you with us. Is someone in your pod not sleeping well? Talk to Walker Orthodontics in Lunenburg, a pioneer in advanced airway orthodontics at 978-345-7988. Online at drwalker.com. Walker Orthodontics is your first step to a better night's sleep. We'll have our hard-working player of the first half coming up here at the next stoppage of play, as umbrellas are the thing to have down on the field, Kate.
I've got good news. You were not the only person faked out by the timeout time on the clock. We have had coaches turning around, pointing at the clock, and Mike Griffin is just waving them off. Mike Griffin's got this. If there is a veteran up here, I mean, I wouldn't trust Todd or Billy as far as I could throw him, but Mike Griffin knows what he's doing. Everybody, calm down. We got it.
He has every everything totally under control. 9:59 to play here in the second quarter and out of the Red Raider timeout. 1st and 15, their own 45 at left hash. The snap to Broussard. Give it to Oquendo. Trails his way over to the right of the formation. Now puts a foot in the ground and angles upfield. Cross midfield and down at the Blue Devil 45-yard line. Gains back what was penalized plus a bonus more. It'll be second down and about 7 to go. Yeah, you know what? Let's make it second down and 6 to go. Gain of 9 on that one.
Nice job by Oquendo there, just picking his way, waiting for his blocks, letting things to develop out there, and just slashing right through the line, picking up a nice solid 9 yards.
When he sticks his foot in the ground, Bill Thomas, and turns, he's making a determination. This is where I'm going.
He makes a turn at speed, and it's tough to defend.
Right now, 6 carries for Oquendo, 60 yards, obviously averaging 10 yards per carry as long as for 16.
Oquendo walks up to the line, leans in, and kind of repeats a signal. Now the snap here on second down. He gets the handoff. Whatever it was the right decision. Through the B gap, cross the 40, go 35, then 30, dragged down just shy of the Leominster 25-yard line. Anthony Oquendo saw something, called his spot with his block, and gained 17 on the play.
I think a little pat on the rump said, "I'm coming right behind you, big boy," and that's exactly where he went. Trying to see if that was Faulkner that he went up there and gave a little gesture to, but definitely found a hole at the line of scrimmage. I think it was actually just to the right of the center. Have to see where Faulkner's lining up in that right guard, I believe. Yeah, that's right where he is, and that's right where Oquendo ran.
He saw
right
it,
over him.
And he went for it. First down and 10 to go for the Red Raiders at the Blue Devil 27-yard line. The snap, the give, into a hole. It's Oquendo. Finds some room out to the right sideline, cross the 20-yard line, down toward the 15, and marked out of bounds there in the general neighborhood. And yes, officially a Red Raider first down as the rain continues to fall here at Doyle Field. Clock stopped momentarily. 8:27 to play here in the second quarter. Nobody yet taking command. Fitchburg and Leominster level at 0 aside. 139th meeting between these two teams.
Oquendo is headed down the sideline there. Just a touchdown saving tackle by Encarnacion. Stopped that from being 6 for the Red Raiders.
Sets up a first down and 10 for the Red Raiders. Blue Devil 14-yard line at right hash. Shotgun set. Here's the snap. Give it this time. It is indeed Oquendo. He'll bounce it out to the left. Racing to the left edge. He's across the 5-yard line. There's a flag out on the play. He's dove for the end zone. It is a Red Raider touchdown. No, he is marked just shy on the original call on the field.
They're not even marking it. They're already walking it back. So
yeah, they are. That is going to be some form of a block. The officials on that wing flung the flag back as they worked their way out to that edge. Holding is the signal against the Red Raiders. And so another scoring opportunity in this game comes back on a flag. 7:54 to play here in the second quarter. Still no score, Leominster and Fitchburg.
Yeah, it turns out to be a spot foul.
Yeah,
it's not a
7
full
yards.
10-yard. Looks like it's costing them 5 yards at the line of scrimmage, but still strong, powerful run right there by Oquendo.
First down, long to go. They can achieve another first down inside the Leominster 5-yard line at the 4, can the Red Raiders, so they could get an end goal to go, or it's 4 more yards to 6 points.
Line of scrimmage about the 18.
Note a change at quarterback. Looks like number 11, Lucas Bolak, is at the quarterback spot in a gun. The snap, he faked the give. Now Bolak will roll out to the right, fakes downfield. He gets squared up and taken down on the play.
And that's Ricky Encarnacion again. Nice job out there, guarding that left side.
Ricky Encarnacion, he is going to be all everywhere for Leominster in these formations, both offensively and defensively. He's playing the H-back position on the offensive side of the ball. Looks like a tight end lined up just behind the tackle on either edge. Elsewhere on the defensive side of the ball, he's going to be playing that safety position. It's going to be his job to come up and set some edges.
Yeah, he's doing a good job reading, too, what's going on and closing fast. That's what he's got to do as a safety.
Second down, 14 to go. The snap, the give. This is Oquendo. Oquendo bounces it to the outside. Now slices his way back to the middle against the grain. Straight through the middle of the defense and into the end zone. It's a Red Raider touchdown.
No stopping him that time. Avoided the sideline. Found a seam up the middle. Right down between the hashes. Pay dirt.
And the red and gray, soaked in rain on the far side, rejoice. We've got our first score of the 139th meeting. It's an Anthony Oquendo touchdown.
Nice job there by the Red Raiders, just methodically marching downfield, not letting a couple of penalties deter them from the goal of scoring, and got it in.
Alex McCloskey does the kicking for the Red Raiders. On for the point after, kicking right to left toward the Morton Street Hill. The snap, the ball down, McCloskey gets it up and over the bar as the teams come back up the field. 7:04 to play in the second quarter. The score, 7-0. Fitchburg on top of Leominster in the kickoff classic. This is the classic on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. It was only a matter of time. That ball was moving down the field on both sides. At some point, somebody was going to score, and in this case, it's Aquendo who found the open space downfield, Bill Thomas.
Yeah, and like you said, Todd, you knew it was just kind of a matter of time. The way Aquendo was picking his spots, they found a nice seam there wherever Faulkner was lining up, going left or right off the center, and they just chipped away. A couple of penalties there mid-drive didn't deter them. And they came away with 6 points, and now it makes you wonder, harping back to the Blue Devils touchdown that they had taken off the board, how big that's going to be down the hill.
And the rain is only getting stronger, as you can see on your screen here at Doyle Field. We welcome you back here on the K-Zone. 7:04 to play here in the second quarter, and the rain continues to fall, and it's a full-on deluge, Kate, as you take a look at the drive summary.
Yeah, 6-minute, 30-second drive covering 76 yards. Touchdown, 15-yard touchdown for Anthony Aquendo to end the drive. The PAT is good. The rain is now driving down. 7-0 right now. Fitchburg on top of Leominster.
McCloskey ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right, puts the right foot into it, and end over end it will roll. It'll be returned by Encarnacion at the 15-yard line. Full head of steam coming up the middle of the field. 20, 25, then the 30. Stood up at the 34-yard line. Pack falls forward to the 35, and a nice return by Ricky Encarnacion. Check it, Bill Thomas. You're absolutely right. It's Brian Aguilar on the return. Like to give credit where credit is due.
Sometimes zeros look like ones, and
especially when they're wet.
See somebody you don't see zero that often, and you only get half the number depending on the angle. I'm probably going to mix those two up about half the time myself, Todd.
Pistol formation, two backs with him in the backfield. It's constant. Asks for the football. Turns around, give it to Newton. Newton works his way out to the right edge. Got himself the 35, then the 40. Spinning across the 45 and spun out of bounds after a gain of 12 on the play. A nice run, undeterred by Newton.
Undeterred and not letting those feet stop moving. I tell you, he was like a locomotive there. A couple of high hits and kept chugging away another 5 to 7 yards. Nice job right there on first down.
That 14-yard rush is Mackay Newton's long thus far. 5 carries, 33 yards. He's averaging 6.6 yards per carry for the Blue Devils.
1st and 10 Blue Devils, their own 49, going left to right. Pistol set, snap for constant, give straight forward into the A-gap. This time it's Newton. Newton takes it across midfield. The scrum continues behind the play. Anybody wonders how much these two teams enjoy playing one another? There's a roll back and forth, players pushing and shoving on that one on the field.
Nice job by Mackay Newton to grab the player on the Blue Devils side who was not kind of disengaging from the fray. There has been a lot of chippiness, some extracurricular activity, off-ball action throughout the night. The officials have been letting them play. They've been able to get in and get things taken care of. Mackay Newton, that's veteran leadership right there for your Blue Devils.
And that's a sophomore lineman, too, that he was showing a little direction to. Possibly kept him in the game right there. Good job.
Center Tony Kendall involved with Jesse Ramos from the Red Raiders. 2nd down and 5 to go from the Red Raider 47-yard line. The snap and the give straight forward into the pile. North-south running there for Newton across the 45 and down around the 43-yard line. It's going to leave a 3rd down and short to go. Blue Devils need the Red Raider 41 for the 1st down. Hardworking Player Spotlight is brought to you by Cantina Oils of Air. They promise authenticity in every drop. A New England staple for 7 decades. You can find Cantina Oils at your favorite grocery location. Online at cantinaoils.com. Bill Thomas will have that hardworking Player Spotlight coming up after this play. 3rd down, 2 to go. H-back in there is Encarnacion. Flag is up on the play. It's procedure against Leominster is going to be the signal. It'll be 3rd down and longer, getting back toward midfield. Bill Thomas, Cantina Oils brings us your hardworking player spotlight.
And I got to tell you, Anthony Aquendo has done pretty much all he can in this first quarter and a half. You know, I had him in the first quarter player of spotlight, and he just cemented that with that touchdown run there to start the second quarter.
3rd down after the penalty is enforced. Back to 3rd down and 7 to go. Mark it back to the 48-yard line of the Red Raiders. Left to right goes the Leominster drive. 2-back pistol with the H-back Encarnacion at the right. It's a fake to Newton. The rollout going the wrong way downfield and cut from behind and sacked on the play. Anthony Aquendo. There he is again, Bill Thomas.
What can you say? I mean, probably the fastest player on the field, and he showed it right there. And Caden Constant, no match for Aquendo's speed. Tracked him down from behind and brings up a 4th and long here for the Blue Devils.
4:10 to play here in the second quarter. 7-0 Fitchburg lead. It's 4th down and a mile to go. Leominster needs the Fitchburg 41-yard line for a first down. They will be snapping from their own 39. We'll get a first look at Terry DeOliveira punting in adverse conditions. He's got his heels on the Leominster 26-yard line. It's a high, wet snap. It will make it. It is blocked, and down goes the punter on the play. There was a substitution on that punt. It was Ivan Kadua into punt, and Kadua got absolutely rocked on that play. Punt, no good. Turnover going back the other way. Red Raiders with phenomenal field position.
Yeah, and who's in there but Faulkner? I think he just blew over his offensive lineman in the backfield. Not a really good snap, a little offline, and by the time the punter set up the punt, there was nothing happening.
Now, although not a blocked punt for a touchdown return, historically speaking, this rivalry has had blocked punt returns for touchdowns per the local historian Mark Bedanza. We had a 55-yarder for Fitchburg in 1913, a 40-yarder in 1915 for Fitchburg, an 18-yarder for Leominster in 1949, and a 3-yard blocked punt return in 1997.
And Kate, I hate to interrupt you, but there's a fumble on the snap. Picking it up, going the other way. It appears to be Riley Costa. He picks it up loose. He's got left sideline. There's a flag out behind Costa, but he's into the end zone. It's a Blue Devil touchdown.
And I hope that flag's not a block in the back. I'm trying to see where the flag is. I didn't see it, what was going on there, but we got a touchdown. See what the call is.
Pandemonium here at Doyle Field as the fans erupt. Meanwhile, the officials are sorting out the penalty. It's a 68-yard fumble return for a touchdown at the moment. The touchdown is good is the signal from the crew chief, Bill Goslin. It is an unsportsmanlike conduct signaled against Leominster after the score. 3:28 to play in the second quarter. Leominster is within one. 7-6 Red Raiders pending the point after. And Coach Devin Gates has got to remember the spring. They could take the enforcement on this point after.
I was going to say, depending on when they decide to enforce this, you look at the extra point that Fitchburg scored after their touchdown. That PAT is very large, looming large here, and wouldn't be at all surprised to see him push the special teams play back, try to make this extra point as difficult as possible.
Bill Goslin signaling for the Blue Devils to get back on the field. They have chosen to take the unsportsmanlike penalty on the point after.
Wow.
So it is a 15-yard mark-off from the 2-yard line. They'll put the ball down at the 17, and Leominster will have the point after attempt, trailing 7-6, 3:28 to play here in the second quarter.
And that's 37 yards worth of penalties thus far for the Red Raiders on the night. Todd, can you just remind us, do we have a number on who had that touchdown?
18.
It was Riley Costa, same guy who had the interception, got himself a fumble return and a score in this 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg.
I guess we got no choice but to go for 2 here.
Caden Constant is barking signals because
Short
Nico
somebody.
Martinez is on the sideline. Chaos, 10 seconds on the play clock, says the back judge. They'll bark out the play. Leominster, this is their point after attempt. The snap from the pistol, in the grass, down goes Constant. He's sacked on the point after. Jared Phillips into the backfield, and he lariats him with the jersey and throws him down.
He had a full head of steam when that ball was snapped. He was watching the clock too, I think, and he was timing the play clock full head of speed when he came flashing into the backfield. Caden had nowhere to go.
Constant on fire. He screams at the crew chief, Bill Goslin. Now he's getting an earful from head coach Devin Gates.
Yeah, he should be mad at the player that wasn't out on the field. It caused that chaos.
And it's totally imbalanced the situation.
Wow.
3:28 to play in the second quarter. Fitchburg maintains a razor-thin 1-point lead. 7-6 Fitchburg, 139th meeting of these two teams. More to come. It's high school football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. You got a good look at all of that action. An interesting exchange, but penalties continue to plague Leominster on touchdown scores.
Yeah, a lot going on right there, but celebration penalty, unsportsmanlike, I guess that's probably what it was for. Totally unnecessary, but, you know, the excitement overcame the moment. But once again, it cost them a point in the big picture here, and we'll have to see how that plays out long term.
Indeed we will, but the Blue Devils have got themselves on the board. Radio returns. 3:28 to play here in the second quarter. Ball back on the T40-yard line at our left, and great to have you along with us here on the K-Zone. D'Oliveira on the approach, swings the right leg, end over end through the driving rain. It will be returned, coming back upfield on the play. With some room, bouncing it to the outside. It's Donovan De Leon, slashes across the 25, then the 30, runs out of real estate at the 31-yard line. Red Raider first down and 10, Kate.
Do you have an interesting
No,
I have an interesting statistic. That 68-yard fumble return for a touchdown is the historic longest fumble return for a touchdown in this rivalry. 68 yards. That's Riley Costa for Leominster here in 2021. The previous longest, again, according to historian Mark Bedanza, was for 42 yards by Jason Valera of Leominster in 2011. But tonight, the 68-yard fumble, well, it's actually a fumble return, so no, not a fumble recovery. But for a touchdown we have is Riley Costa.
First down and 10 to go for the Red Raiders. The snap, give it to Oquendo. Bounces it to the outside. Got the 40-yard line, edge at the 45. Midfield and steps out of bounds at the Blue Devil 49-yard line. 3:14 to play in the second quarter, and 7-6 Fitchburg's lead. 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg here on the K-Zone. Also important to note, you heard that game on the K-Zone as well in 2011.
We did that.
We were here doing that game, Bill Thomas.
I think I might have been, that might have been our first year that I was involved with the broadcast.
It was indeed.
But nice play right there by Encarnacion there on the edge. Once again, pushing the Quendo out just as he was about to break it down the sideline. I tell you, Ricky's all over the field tonight, and he's doing a great job from his safety position.
And I'm certain the call was riveting. First down and 10 to go. Ball at the 49-yard line going right to left.
We were all rookies back then. I'm sure it was. I'd like to hear it, actually.
Shotgun set. Two backs in the backfield with the sophomore quarterback, Broussard. Three receivers sent out across the formation, a pair to the left. Checking in motion now is De Leon. Flag out from the back judge. That'll be delay of game.
That took way too long. Moving multiple players around there, calling in his wide receiver for motion, and time's up.
Well, and if you're at historic Doyle Field, you know what's coming.
Tom's Automotive drives the action in this first half. If you're looking for a quality auto repair, it's time for Tom's. Tom's Automotive of Fitchburg is known for providing quality auto repairs at affordable prices the same day you bring it in. Tom's Automotive, fixed right the first time and on time. Online at autorepairfitchburg.com.
You know, you talk about that fumble recovery for a touchdown. You know, most fumbles touch the ground. I don't think that ball touched the ground. It came up out of Quendo's hands, and he picked it out of the air.
Certainly slipped there on first down and 15 to go. The handoff is for Devani De Leon. Bounces it out left, got midfield again. Got to the Blue Devil 45 and got knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Will gain back what was lost plus a little bit more. It'll be second down and 4 to go. Ball spotted at the Blue Devil 43 at left hash.
You know, I'd like to go back and look at that and see who actually created that fumble, pulled that out of Aquendo's hands, and just so happened that Costa was right there when it popped up out of his hands, but there was more involved than just Costa recovering that fumble. There, a lot more going on.
On 2nd down and 4 to go, Broussard snap. The give in the play was De Leon again. He takes it left to right, makes it to the right edge of the formation, then upfield he goes. Nudges the ball forward by about 1.5 yards to the 41-yard line of the Blue Devils. 3rd down and 1.5 yards to go. They need the Leominster 39-yard line for a 1st down. Coming up at the half, we'll recap first half action. Kate's got all the statistics from this exciting first half. A whole lot of defense figures into this first half as well. We'll recap that. We'll take a look at our halftime scoreboard around the region, our monumental moments, our mid-game adjustments, and more. All that coming up at the half here on the K-Zone. Devani De Leon gets the handoff on 3rd down and short, takes it to the left of the formation, across the 40, 35, spun down on the play. It's good enough for a Red Raider 1st down on the run to the 34-yard line. Gain of 8.
Ricky Encarnacion getting in on a tackle. Lost his helmet, though. He's got to come off the field. It's the 2nd time he's lost his helmet on defense. You got to tighten that strap up a little bit.
Well, one of the things
you
they,
don't
of
want
course,
to
are
lose
doing.
For a play.
Well, that's always the balance, right?
Yeah.
But, of course, with concussion protocols now, they do keep those helmets just a little bit looser. They pop off so that most of the shock is absorbed and then released instead of staying inside of the helmet. 1st down and 10. Back to pass Broussard on a low snap. Got some room. He gets driven out to his right. Throws and intercepted. It's Nico Martinez, the linebacker. Bounces it out to the left. Cross the 40 and out of bounds. The 2nd interception of the day. The 3rd turnover for Leominster. They've got the football back.
And I got to tell you, I give some credit out there. Trying to see who might have been playing defense out there, a defensive end. That could have been, I'm seeing number 22, but I don't have a Blue Devil 22 on our roster. But somebody out there just held up that screenplay.
Leominster fumbled the ball back.
And they have signaled at the end of the play. I thought I saw crew chief Bill Goslin pointing like this. And so it appears a wet football going into the sideline was lost and recovered by the Red Raiders. It becomes a Fitchburg 1st down and 10 back at the Blue Devil 43-yard line.
Didn't see that.
I did not see that at the tail end of the play. It was going into the Red Raiders sideline. Good job by the crew on that one. Back to pass, it's Broussard, throws a little wide receiver swing pass, finds its way out to the left, pass is complete. That's in the hands of Colin Dudek. Dudek gains a couple and then swallowed up on the play. Timeout signaled on the field, taken by the Red Raiders with 1:02 to play before halftime, and Fitchburg nursing that 7-6 lead. They wanted excitement in this matchup. That's why they want to play twice a year. They certainly haven't been disappointed, have these two communities.
Nope, it's been a nice first half here for both teams. Mistakes have been kept to a minimum here for this first game. A few penalties, but you expect that the first game out for both sides. They can clean that up, but I think both teams doing a good job here first time out.
Can't say enough as you consider these two communities coming together to make this decision. One of those criticisms, we talked about it on our hour-long countdown to kickoff, getting ready for this one tonight. One of those big criticisms since this playoff situation was enacted by the MIAA was that Thanksgiving didn't matter anymore.
Right.
Well, this game counts. It is now the first game on both teams' season for the foreseeable future.
I mean, we've had that argument for about 5 years now since they, broke the end of the season up that, is anybody going to care about the Thanksgiving rivalries? Well, we have right along, but a renewed interest in the rivalry now, and when it means something. Beyond bragging rights.
2nd down and 8 to go. Ball spot, the 41-yard line of Leominster at left hash. Broussard in a 2-back shotgun, 3 receivers out. Back to pass, hits the back foot on 5. Snaps coming from the right, broken up on the play. Nice job by Cabrera and Martinez to come together and throw off the timing of that play. Not able to reel it in was Donovan De Leon.
Similar play to that Martinez interception. He's waiting there in the middle of the field, just kind of reading the quarterback. Not quite as quick to the ball that time as he was the first time when he got that interception a couple plays ago, but he's watching what the quarterback's doing. He's reading his area of the field nicely.
Clock stopped on the incompletion, just 57 seconds until halftime. Red Raiders looking to add to their 1-point lead before the break. Broussard with 2 backs in the backfield with him. Sets up his offense with 2 receivers to the right of the formation, a single one-on-one to the left. Aquendo gets the handoff, bouncing, trying to find some room. Nowhere to go but down.
Nice job right there by Palmariello.
And Leominster will take the timeout to stop and preserve the clock Just seconds left here, about 40 ticks before halftime. Leominster would like the opportunity to receive a punt, have a chance to set up the offense going downfield.
Yeah, we got 4th and long here. I don't know, the Red Raiders probably not going to take any chances here with field position. Blue Devils, haven't been able to move the ball quickly, although they've been able to move the ball down the field. I think they'll take their chances with field possession here.
Certainly would dare them to drive them deep in the rain, wet football. They're not going to be looking to pick off long-distance passes going downfield.
Of course, you don't want to risk a block here, though, Todd. And, wet ball, you can always have a mishandled snap. So, there's pros and cons to this, and we might have to watch for something maybe a little sneaky here. It's not bad field position to give up, even if you don't get a first down here off a trick play.
And remember, Leominster gets the ball to start the second half of action.
See what the Red Raiders do here, first punt of their season.
4th and 9, it's McCloskey.
Wet
Football, bad snap. He's going to go back to the zone 40 to pick it up. Scoops it, turns it upfield, stood up on the play, still on his feet, driving his legs. And out of bounds he goes, and the smart move there was to take more time off the clock. 41 seconds now before halftime, but Leominster has the benefit of great field position here. 1st and 10 at the Red Raider 49-yard line, going left to right. That is about as good as you could have hoped for, Bill Thomas, right before halftime.
Yeah, and it's about as bad as you could have something happen there. For Fitchburg, the last thing they wanted to happen was a bad snap. I was prophetic, kind of. Watch the bad snap. But
why so surprised after 12 years, Bill Thomas?
I thought that he might get a quick kick out of that, but he decided to eat it. Good field position here. See what the Blue Devils can do.
Pistol set, 2 backs behind Constant. Back to pass, casually launches down the left sideline and just out of the reach of Encarnacion.
Might as well go for it. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do that 2 more times.
Home run this time was long and in double coverage. Encarnacion had beat both the corner and safety down the field. The pass just led him a little too far.
Hey, he's got the speed. If he can just break past that corner, maybe the safety will be a little late. First time it doesn't work, maybe second, third time, let's just wing it up there.
And the Red Raiders are going to spend a timeout here, 35 seconds before halftime, to try to set up the defense going downfield. And Coach Greg Graham's specialty, Kate, is defense. He is the defensive coordinator of this team.
Well, they certainly have shown an interesting side of the ball half of the Fitchburg Red Raiders. This is only the 3rd offensive drive for the Leominster Blue Devils. It's kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting on either side of the ball for there to be long sustained drives, but both Fitchburg and Leominster, with the explosiveness of Aquendo. And we know Leominster struggled in fall season 2 in the spring of 2021 to put offensive drives together with multiple first downs. There were a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of only 1 first down, and then a 3 and out. So I've been pretty impressed on both sides of the ball, both Fitchburg's defense against Leominster, Leominster's defense against Fitchburg, but I've been really, really intrigued by these long sustained offensive drives. Only the 3rd offensive drive for Leominster in the game thus far, and we're only 35 seconds away from the half.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball at the Red Raider 49 at right hash. Pistol set, 3 receivers in the formation. Everybody moved on the front of the line for Leominster.
I think they got teased into moving, though, by the defense. The defense is just teeing off on Caden right now. They're starting 3 yards back. Middle of his snap count, they're taking off. They're trying to time his snap count, and it's got the Leominster offensive line fidgety.
It was certainly the thing we knew coming into this football game. Leominster struggling with a little size up front, but they've got plenty of determination. 2nd down and 15. Back from their own half of midfield. Constant back to pass, buys time, looks up the seam. There was a grab in the middle of the field. There are no flags out on the play. You could clearly see the hand of the defender pulling back. It was Caputi woeing up on the play, not allowing Cabrera to gain separation.
Guarantee you Bradley got that.
Big miss right there by the officials. And, from the offensive side of Leominster, that's what they're hoping for. They don't want 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They're hoping for a play downfield. And I'm sure Coach Gates is giving them an earful.
Well, the wing official over on the Leominster sidelines just shaking his head at him, going,
no, not
my call, not downfield.
Go talk to the guy out
there. There's
a
swarm of people around him on the sideline.
The get-back coach, John Savatelli, was there to get back them all, move everybody back out of the way.
Get back, Coach, get back.
28 seconds until halftime, 7-6. Fitchburg on top of Leominster.
Well, maybe it's those new jerseys. They're,
Leominster trying for the 2-for-1. Pistol set in two backs. The snap, give it to Newton. Newton with a little shoulder shiver, slips down on the play, takes a hit from behind as he got spun around. Richard Santana stepped up from the defensive back spot and put the stick on him.
Yeah, it makes you wonder right there. I'm surprised they went to a run and play here and just kind of giving up the rest of this first half at midfield. But
I think they want to take a breather.
Take that 7-6 score into the locker room here
Referee
at halftime.
Bill Goslin talks to Coach Devin Gates, see if he wants to take a timeout, and Coach Gates said, let's go to the locker room. Halftime of the 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg. Week 1's kickoff classic here on the K-Zone. It's Fitchburg 7 and Leominster 6 through one half here at Doyle Field. It's been everything it's been billed as, all the anticipation, and we certainly expect the conclusion will present the very same thing.
Great first half by both teams. Mistakes kept to a minimum. Enough offense to keep us entertained and a couple of turnovers just to keep the score low. But I'm looking forward to an even better second half here.
Coming up at the half here on the K-Zone, we got a first half recap, check of the games from the rest of the region. You know, I said it's the halftime scoreboard, Bill Thomas. It's the only game in town, statewide. We'll look at the games and action for the rest of this week 1 of action.
We beat the NFL.
Indeed,
I
kicked off
think the
beforehand.
game hasn't started yet, but we beat the NFL.
We got the monumental moment of the first half, Bill Thomas's mid-game adjustments coming up at the half here on the K-Zone. For those of you joining us on Leominster TV, you've got a performance from the Leominster High School Marching Band returning to the field for their first halftime performance since 2019. Halftime of the 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg. It's Fitchburg 7, Leominster 6, and more to come. This is the classic on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Bay Path at Abby Kelly Foster, Sutton's at Air Shirley, Worcester North travels to David Prouty, and Worcester Tech at the same field that they play their home games down there at Foley Stadium will be hosted by Burncoat. Other action around the North County, Doherty travels to Algonquin, Shrewsbury at Andover, Neshoba's at Grafton, Westboro on the road at the Rams of Shepherd Hill in Charlton. Hudson travels over to Clinton, Littleton at North Middlesex, Auburn is at Oakmont, Quabbin is hosted by Gardner, Bartlett at Lunenburg, Maynard at Tingsboro, Southbridge is at Narragansett, Northbridge is at West Boylston, Marlborough travels to Tantasqua, and Wachusett travels to Franklin. Coach Mike Dobzinski's squad considered one of the perennial favorites in this 2021 season in the brand new Division I. We'll see how that draw fares for them as they travel to Franklin. Final 3 games on the schedule for tomorrow night. Leicester travels to Swampscott. Uxbridge is at Oxford. Quaboag at Ludlow in Western Mass. Just 3 games on the Saturday slate. Bellingham is at Blackstone Millville Hopedale. Nipmuc is at St. Paul in Worcester. Worcester South, or the South High Community School, travels to Victory Field in Watertown for a little Central East battle in week number 1. Score here at halftime on the opening game of the season, the Kickoff Classic and 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg. Fitchburg 7, Leominster 6 at the half.
I got to cut you off, Todd.
Go ahead, Bill
This
Thomas.
is what high school football is all about, and this is what bringing the fans back is doing. Well, I can only refer to him as a super fan. I know him as Christian. Yeah, he's been coming. He's following us. He says hi to all our broadcasts, basketball, baseball, football. He's down there throwing, looks like squeeze footballs into the crowd. The crowd is going nuts. Everybody wants one. Everybody's having a great time. But this is what high school football is all about. This kind of atmosphere,
question about
this
that.
kind of participation, and this kind of fan. Christian, I can only refer to him as a super fan.
Our monumental moment of the first half might just belong to Christian, but it's brought to you by Leominster Monument. Leominster Monument in Lunenburg, locally owned with on-site quality craftsmanship for over 40 years. At Leominster Monument Company, memories are forever. Online at leominstermonument.com. Bill Thomas, before you get pegged,
I want to see if he'll throw us one.
the monumental moment, Bill Thomas, is brought to you by
I want a football, Christian.
Leominster Monument. Bill Thomas, what
He's
stood out
having
to you
way
in the
too much
first
fun.
half?
Say that again?
Our monumental moment brought to you by Leominster Monument. What else stood out to you in the first
Well,
half?
that 68-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown, of course, individual plays, but just the constant pounding by Aquindo. I mean, he is just Mr. Reliable. For some reason, I don't know if he's dinged up, but he seemed to play a little more defense in the second quarter than offense. He was spelled a number of times. He wasn't out there, consistently play in and play out. We'll have to see what his playing time looks like here in the second half. But, yeah, that 68-yard return for a fumble for a touchdown, I think, is the highlight of the first half.
And let's be honest, that also, you've got to, if you were talking about monumental moments brought to you by Leominster Monument, monumenting his name, Riley Costa is the man with that 68-yard fumble return for a touchdown on top of an interception at the first possession of the game as well.
Which stopped the first Red Raiders drive in that first quarter. So, yeah, have a game, Riley, but still got to have to play.
Indeed we do, but a nice job, Riley Costa, introducing himself and chiseling his name into the Leominster Monument of this rivalry.
And according to Mark Medanza, longest fumble return for a touchdown. So he'll live in infamy.
Indeed he
I
will.
hope not in
Until the
infamy.
next game. Live in something.
7-6.
Famous until it gets topped.
Fitchburg on top of Leominster. Bank hometown at the half here on the K-Zone. It's time now for our mid-game adjustments. They're brought to you by Builders Surplus in Lunenburg. Builders Surplus has a great selection of first-quality building materials at prices you will like. Online at builders-surplus.com or stop by 29 Summer Street. You know what you need. Get it at Builders Surplus for less. Builders Surplus, Bill Thomas, they build your mid-game adjustments.
Well, I think that the Blue Devils got to find a way to create a little more offensive excitement. I'd like to see him change it up on short yardage. It seems like Fitchburg's got the number on short yardage. They come out in that shotgun formation. That 90% of the time, it's a run play, and the Red Raiders defense is teeing off on that, especially in short yard situations. Get up under center, give them a little different look once in a while, but that's a tough adjustment to make at halftime. We'll have to see what happens going forward here. I know the offense coordinator for the Blue Devils doing what they think is the best for their club as far as the talents that they have, and having Caden get a look at what's going on in the defense is how they feel they need to run their plays now. But it's tough when you're starting 5 yards back in a short yard situation and defense is teeing off on you. So a little adjustment there just to help out in short yard situations, I think will go a long way.
7-6, Fitchburg on top of Leominster as we get set to start the second half of action here on the K-Zone in the Kickoff Classic. From our high and dry J&R Glass broadcast booth, I'm Todd Robbins alongside Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins, and our view tonight is incredible because of J&R Glass, because they are glass done right, offering quality workmanship and dependable service at a fair price. Online at jnrglass.com. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our left. Alex McCloskey gets set to do the kicking. He's got the ball toward right hash. He's looking to angle from right to left with this opening kickoff of the second half. On the approach, second half underway. McCloskey, the one-step end-over-end, checks up at the 18-yard line, forces some confusion, and back to pick it up is Brian Aguilar. It allowed the Red Raiders gunners to come downfield and surround him at the 22-yard line, and down he goes. So a little better off than a touchback, but a little bit of confusion with that ball, which had a beautiful, I wish my Chips, Bill Thomas, had that kind of checkup with the backspin on the play.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Blue Devils, it came down with there was no player ready to catch it. Just kind of died on the turf there. Nice job there to pick it up, but before you know it, the coverage was downfield. It looked like Donnell Thomas, first one on the spot there. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. They officially give them their own 25-yard line coming right to left, just 6 seconds in to this second half in Fitchburg with the 7-6 lead. Pistols set, hard count
Asking for the ball is Constant. He rolls out to his right. He's squared up on the play, and down he goes. It's Anthony Oquendo. Drops him for a loss. It looks like a loss of 5, 2nd down and 15. Ball back to the Blue Devil 20-yard line.
Yeah, if you're looking to roll out and make anything happen on that side where Oquendo is, you better make it happen quick because he's going to be in your face right there. He's up, caused about a 3-yard loss there for the Blue Devils.
Blue Devils go to the armbands as they get the play call information from the quarterback Constant, working without the huddle. Leominster balances the field. Jack Fish, the receiver that comes out to the left of the formation in this pistol 2-back set. Constant gets the snap, give it to Newton. Got a nice last-minute block, allowed him to cut back in, but the Fitchburg defense all over that one, and the ball going backwards again, back across the 20 to the 19-yard line of the Blue Devils. This drive has lost 6 yards to start the second half.
Yeah, 3 yards of play, and not much happened with that pistol draw right there, but the Red Raiders are just teeing off. They got the snap count down. They're watching Caden's motions, and they're in the backfield almost at the point of handoff.
Constant directing traffic out on the field. Shifts into the 2-back set. They adjust a little bit tighter to his wings. Play action fake. Constant sits in the pocket. It slips out behind him. He has to go back and fall on it at the 13-yard line, and Leominster loses still yet more yardage on the play.
Looks like Emmanuel Jellin might have poked his hand in there. I know Caden was kind of carrying that loosely as he started to move around, but nice job right there by Emmanuel Gelden to disrupt that play and end up on top of Caden when he recovered that fumble.
4th and 21, back to their own 14-yard line. Kate, you can double-check my arithmetic. This drive lost 11 yards.
More than that. No, I'm just kidding.
So far.
12.
Kadua stands back at his own 4-yard line to punt, has to step out, get the snap, punts it away. It is scooped up on the play by De Leon, who falls on it. Leominster sideline thought maybe they had chipped it loose and taken it away. Ball does not make it back to midfield. It is Red Raider football in beautiful field position. 1st down and 10 at the Blue Devil 35-yard line at right hash. That drive, Bill Thomas, not good is the simple way to describe it.
No, and the Red Raiders have the ball at approximately where the Blue Devils are trying to achieve a 1st down at. So, yeah, not a lot of yardage gain there, but let's give De Leon some credit there. That ball had roll written all over. He did a good job there to save some nice field position for the Red Raiders.
And now this offensive drive becomes very dangerous with someone like Oquendo in the backfield with only 35 yards to cover.
De Leon checks in motion from the right. The shotgun snap to Broussard. Gives it to Oquendo. Slices his way to the left side of the defense. Across the 30-yard line, then the 25. Angled out of bounds across the 20 at the Leominster 18-yard line. Anthony Oquendo, an explosive first touch of the second half, has got a Red Raider 1st down on a gain of 17.
Yeah, and he just kind of glided out there, following his blockers out there to the left and half speed. But then, like you said, Todd, we've been talking about the whole game. He plants that foot, makes that cut, and another 10 yards in a blink of an eyelash.
Shotgun set for Broussard on 1st down and 10 from the Blue Devil 18-yard line at left hash. The snap, Broussard, the give for Oquendo. He's wrapped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage. That's Ivan Kadua on the play. But a short chunk picked up there. Give 3 more to Oquendo's total. 2nd down and 7 as he moves closer to the 15-yard line.
And Bill Thomas, the difficulty that we see here is that not only is there incredibly short field for Fitchburg's offense, and you're going to need to ask a lot of your defense, it's caused by a difficult performance on the other side of the ball. So it's causing kind of this domino effect of negatives right now for Leominster.
On 2nd down and 7 to go, the snap for Broussard, the give was Oquendo, drives his legs and all of a sudden escapes out the pack on the other end, down right around the Leominster 5-yard line as Fitchburg drives from left to right. 8:45 to play here in the 3rd quarter, 7-6. Fitchburg's lead, and looking to add to it with the generous field position here at the start of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, he squirted out of that pack right there. Looked like he was stopped line of scrimmage. Next thing you know, he's got 5 and one stumble away from a touchdown.
1st and goal to go for the Red Raiders at the Leominster 5. Shotgun set. Give it to Oquendo again. Dances into the hole. Then back out to the left. Gets stuck as he turns toward the 2-yard line. Falls down around the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal, Red Raiders from the Blue Devil 1-yard line.
I think I saw Oquendo make 3 moves within a yard there. A left-footed move, a right-footed move, and a left-footed move. Turned it upfield and still found 3 yards.
And now knocking on the door once again, looking to increase their single-point lead.
And this becomes a very dangerous offensive drive for Fitchburg. Leominster had gotten the ball to start the second half, not able to convert in that drive, down by 1, and then they give that football away with that punt only to their own 35-yard line. Very dangerous here. Fitchburg's looking to connect.
2nd and goal from the 1. Give it to Aquendo, take it to the right of the formation, and to the goal line. It's a Red Raider touchdown.
Precision right there. Quindo left, Quindo right, Quindo left, over the goal line.
And that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Leominster loses 12 yards on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, fails to get the punt to change field positions. Red Raiders take over at the Leominster 35 and drives the ball systematically, as Bill Thomas said, down the field and plunges it in for 6.
I think every yard by Aquendo there, if I'm not mistaken.
It was,
Kate.
yeah, that's correct.
7:34 to play here in the 3rd, 13-6 Fitchburg, pending the point after. McCloskey does the kicking, holding duties for Richard Santana. High snap, whistles and flags kill the play as McCloskey was set to kick from left to right toward the upper field here at Doyle Field. Procedure call against the Red Raiders is going to make their lives a little more complicated. It'll be a 5-yard mark-off from that 2-yard line snapping spot, Kate.
We're now at 7 penalties for the Red Raiders, totaling 47 yards thus far on the night. No big one, only one big one, but still those numbers adding up.
Calling signals here. This is McCloskey, who comes to the line. He checks the neutral zone. Wanted to make sure everybody was set on side. Now he puts the tee down at the 15-yard line. That'll be his kicking spot on this point after attempt. Snap, Santana gets the ball down. McCloskey puts the good foot into it, and that is good. Teams coming back up the field. 7:34 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's Fitchburg 14, Leominster 6. More to come. This is the Classic on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV, and you saw it with your own eyes. We talk about capitalizing in opportunities. Fitchburg capitalized on an opportunity and made Leominster pay.
Yeah, and they use their number 1 weapon, Aquendo, just to march the ball down the field. Precision, 35 yards there, 6, 7, 8 yards at a pop. Use them down at the goal line to chew up the last 5 yards and let him use his talent right there, and ended up with 6 points. But I didn't think we expected anything less. You know, as soon as the Blue Devils gave up that field position, it was almost the handwriting was on the wall.
And back to historic Doyle Field in Leominster, the 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg, right here on your home for the rivalry. The K-Zone, AM 1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com. We say hello to all of you joining us wherever you are across the legendary AM 1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com, or joining us with our partners on Leominster TV. Great to have you along with us. Ball back on the tee, 40-yard line at our left, 14-6 Fitchburg's lead, and McCloskey ready to drive the ball downfield. On the slow crawl approach, plants the foot, drives it downfield, head of steam coming upfield. Here comes the return for the Blue Devils. This is Cabrera with some room down the left hash, got himself across the 25 and is wrapped up shy of the 30 at the 29-yard line.
A little slow to get up there. Took a shot right there at the end. Comes up a little gimpy.
Yeah, and he seems like he's having a little trouble with that left leg, not able to quite bear weight.
He's got to get off the field.
Yeah, he's coming off. Bill Goslin just had a sock, or maybe it was a sleeve, as it's been potentially ripped off, and Goslin just kind of launched it. Didn't make it very far, as it is wet material over on the sideline. They attempt to give it to James McCall over on the far side. He's calling plays. He's a little busy at the moment, but that sleeve or a sock or whatever has made it to the sideline safely. As Leominster gets set for their second touch of the second half. 1st and 10, their own 29. Fitchburg shows blitz from the right. Pistol snap, the give inside. This is the fullback Martinez. Ducks and dodges and finds his way back past the line. Gains a hair. We'll call it 2nd down and a short 10.
Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there, Todd and Kate. Contact about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Good job just fighting off that initial contact, getting something positive out of it, even if it's only back to the line of scrimmage.
Second half action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Manny's Appliances. They feature a complete lineup of major brand name appliances with exclusive rebates the big box stores do not have. Manny's voted #1 appliance store by our community year after year. Buy the best from Manny's. It's a keeper for Caden Constant. Finds some room straight up the middle of the defense. 30-35, dragged down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 10. Just shy, it looks like, of a Blue Devil first down. They're showing second down and short
9.
on the stick.
So gain of 9.
Yeah,
Long
gain of
9.
9, third down and a yard coming up here as they will flip the card over on the down marker on the far sideline.
Third and short here. We'll have to see what the Blue Devils can come up with.
Constant is barking signals on third and short, snapping from their own 39. Right to left continues this march. A two-back pistol. Constant gets the snap. Give it to Newton. He was hit immediately upon getting the football. Barely made that connection. Did Constant to Newton, and Bill Thomas, you pointed it. You saw the defense slicing through and getting to Newton almost immediately.
Yeah, it's just they're not being fooled at all by the snap count and Caden's motions. They've got him figured out, and all they got to do is figure out who's getting the handoff, and that contact 3 yards deep in the backfield leads to a loss and a fourth down here. Looks like we're going to try to flip field position here with a punt.
And Ivan Kadua out to punt for the third time today. Got buried on his first attempt. Stands back with his toe at his own 25-yard line. Snap is off. It makes it to him a little to his right. But there are flags out. The wing officials will converse. This could push Leominster back. It does not. The signal is an encroachment against Fitchburg. It is a 5-yard enforcement and enough for a Leominster first down.
Well, that
so a
flips the
little
field.
opening here for the Blue Devils. Can they capitalize on it?
Blue Devils end up with a first down. It was 4th and 4. 5-yard penalty there on the encroachment. Lined up in the neutral zone is what I'm guessing. And offense comes back out on the field for the Blue Devils.
5:15 and counting to play here in the third quarter. 14-6 Fitchburg's lead. Leominster looking to capitalize, Kate.
Fitchburg's penalties continuing to add up. 8 penalties, 52 yards in penalties tonight for the Red Raiders.
First down and 10 for the Blue Devils after the penalty. The mark is the 41-yard line as a fog starts to hang over Doyle Field. On the snap, Constant rolls out. He'll throw a shake, cross the line at the 41, head of steam to the 45, dragged down at the 46-yard line, goes for a gain of 4, maybe 5. It'll be a second down and 5 to go.
Nice job by Constant there to dip his shoulder and draw some attention, and then step it outside, pick up a couple more yards. Nice first down gain right there by Caden.
4.5 and counting to play here in the third quarter. 14-6 Fitchburg's lead. Leominster wearing the home royal blue tops, white bottoms trimmed in royal blue and white. The classic white helmet for the Blue Devils with the single royal blue stripe up the middle. Numerals on the back on either side of the number for the double digits. A royal blue Leominster bumper on the back of the helmet as well. Snapping the give this time, it's Newton. Newton collides and then finds some room. He explodes crossing midfield. He's running away from everybody. Can he be caught? The ball is punched out at the goal line. It's loose to the back of the end zone. No signal yet. The signal is touchback. It is no score. Mackay Newton ran away for 54 yards and was giving up his run and had the ball punched out at the goal line. It's a touchback. It's Red Raider football, and it's a disaster for the Blue Devils.
I guess you run all the way through the end zone. That's a tough lesson to be learned right there by Mackay.
3:55 to play in the third quarter. 14-6. Fitchburg's lead. Leominster looking to climb back into the game. The ball gets punched out. Every other level of football, they check the replay. In high school, that's not happening here in Massachusetts.
Want to see the replay, you're going to have to go to LTV tonight or tomorrow and see what they got. But official right there running with them, and that's what you do as a defender. When you beat, you see what you can do to stop the touchdown, and it looks like mission accomplished right there by the Red Raider defender. Didn't get a number on that, but somebody didn't give up on defense, and it pays off for them.
The crowd aghast here at Doyle Field. You can hear a pin drop as all of a sudden the crowd is silent. As over on the far side there is an injury that was on the back half of the play. It looks like Anthony Oquendo is slow to get up. Great find there, Bill Thomas.
Yeah, I'm looking
Our
back.
attention was focused downfield.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
He's
all
been
the
down
way
a
back
while.
toward the line of scrimmage was Anthony Oquendo receiving treatment.
He's been down a while, too. You know, it's taken a while for that play to develop, and I look back, and they're standing over him. Yeah, and it's Oquendo with looks like his right a lower extremity. He's favoring. Don't want to guess on what it is, but yeah, definitely took a blow there behind the play.
And unfortunately, Oquendo's career has been riddled by these types of injuries, hoping it's not significant. Trainers out there to work on him, but like you guys said, he was down for a while well at the beginning of that play. He wasn't part of the play downfield at all because he was all the way back here on the opposite side of midfield. So hoping that he is well, but his career in high school has been riddled by this. Hopefully he will be back.
Has had a phenomenal night, really his first breakout performance in the Fitchburg Leominster series. And now Riley Costa pegging over to the near sideline. This is a cramp for sure. Yeah, great pickup by both of you.
Water yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Water
We joked.
yesterday.
And I will tell
that.
you.
Not joke, but you'd be better off pouring the water on the cramp than trying to drink it now.
It's like subtropical
It
here
is.
right now
And
at
it's-
Doyle Field.
And it stopped raining, so yeah, it does feel like we're in the tropics right now, but play continues.
Rain still falling high
Hanging.
above the field, Bill Thomas, and it's hanging kind of a fog
It's
over
getting
the field.
Muggier.
Indeed it is. 1st and 10, the carry for the Red Raiders straight over the middle. Let's see if that was De Leon. He got swallowed up quickly to the line. It was not Devani. No, check it. 25 on the carry is Devani De Leon.
He's got a number of carries here in the second and third quarter, and when we were seeing Oquendo being spelled there in the second quarter, but it's questionable about whether they're going to see Oquendo back on the field, especially with Fitchburg being ahead right now. I'm sure they don't want to take any chances with him.
2nd down, 9 to go for the Red Raiders. Ball at their own. 22-yard line coming left to right. Broussard the snap. The give this time went to Dudek, who bounces it into the pile, finds some room, coming across the Red Raider 30, down at the 33-yard line. Signaled as enough for a first down, but down back behind the play. This is Devani De Leon, slow to get up.
He's holding his right knee, it looks like, and trainers are out there.
Miguel Cabrera dealing with that cramp over here on the near sideline for Leominster. He's off the defensive side of the field as well.
And let's hope that that's the same thing that looked like Elijah Gellin was dealing with, number 75 for Fitchburg. He jogs off.
And this
quick cramp possibly.
This is that part of the game that we always see, that after the extended break at halftime and the athletes come back out, we do see this from time to time, especially in the month of September.
It's a 1st down and 10 to go for the Red Raiders at the conclusion of the play. Ball's at the 34-yard line, coming left to right.
Now I think the mosquitoes are coming out.
They are indeed, Bill Thomas.
They heard
Oh, wow.
subtropical, and
Yeah.
And they
bring it on.
this is
No,
our
no.
kind of
That's
weather,
right.
to say the least.
Wow.
Traditional I formation here. Back dotting the I was Devani De Leon. De Leon takes it into the pile, crossing the line of scrimmage. Good for a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 to go. 2:35 and counting here in the third quarter. Getting asked, messages in here to the broadcast position tonight, kind of recap what just happened. Leominster was on their way downfield, a huge run going downfield for Mackay Newton that was delayed on the play. It was 54 yards to the end zone, but was it really? No, it was about 53 1/2 yard. It got punched out from behind, rolls through the end zone, and was a touchback as it went out the back of the end zone. A 2-point conversion would develop if it went out your end zone. In this case, it got punched out and went through the back of your opponent's end zone. It is scored as a touchback. Ball came out to the 20-yard line, and the Red Raiders have the football. That was De Leon again on the carry out to the left, able to advance the football to a 3rd down and 5 to go. 1:40 to play here in the third quarter. 14-6. Fitchburg on top of Leominster. And the bigger key than who gets possession of the ball is the fact that Leominster, on a huge emotional play, once again, not able to convert for
Yeah,
points.
you think about the swings and, the highest of highs to the lowest of lows in a split second. But defense is bouncing back here. We'll have to see if they can hold up.
On the end around, the give is for Thomas. Thomas scrambles out to the edge. He is cut from behind and taken down by Jared Viola, who clears out of the play after making a huge defensive stop. Slight forward yardage for Darnell Thomas on the play. We'll bring up a 4th down and about 2 to go for the Red Raiders. They'll snap the football from their own 42-yard line. They need their own 44 for a 1st down.
Kind of surprising here playing field position. Whoa, we got a flag, just a sideline flag over here. I hope this isn't against the Blue Devils. If it is, it's going to be a 1st down.
Yep.
This is unfortunate.
Crew Chief Bill Goslin. Yeah, it was.
It's
It's a sideline warning against the special team coordinator. Mario Meza got a little bit excited over here on the near sideline trying to get his backs in position and got the warning flag. First time around, doesn't amount to anything, but as we've seen in past recent history, after that warning is given, it carries a significant penalty after that.
Most upset coach on the field, Coach John Savatelli.
Indeed he is. Get back coach wasn't able to keep him back. Whistles kill this punt
I think he sat
ground.
down.
as it touched down.
No,
he need the ball down at the 30-yard line.
Down.
Crew Chief Bill Goslin right on the mark, saw that ball and his knee touched down on the ground 30 seconds before the end of the 3rd quarter, and Leominster's going to get great field position. 1st down and 10 at the Red Raider 30-yard line.
Such weird things.
I'm gonna pick some low-hanging fruit here and say Fitchburg will no longer punt the rest of this game.
The snap has certainly been problematic.
0 for 2, and it's cost them some serious field position right here.
Check of the time and temperature. It's brought to you by Airport Auto Parts, the 2nd generation of automotive recyclers that provide the best customer experience. Let them put their expertise to work for you. Online at airportautoparts.com. 67 degrees, fog, rain. It's a 4-season kind of day for sure. Yeah, locusts, all sorts of things here at Doyle Field. 8:35 on a Thursday night, opening night of the 2021 high school football season. Timeout spent down on the field. 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, and Fitchburg with the 14-6 lead. Leominster with the football, and an opportunity here on Thursday night, September the 9th. What a great opening to the season.
And you want to guess who's going to get the ball in this first play from scrimmage when Blue Devils come back out on the field? I'd put some serious money on Mekhi Newton. You know he's chomping at the bit. Nothing, can eat at you more than making a mistake like that, and there's nothing you want more to make up for it. Hopefully he can do something productive here and turn that into some positive energy. We'll have to see here. It was about ready to start the 4th quarter. We got one more play here, I think, at least in the 3rd quarter, but we'll have to see how that play affects Newton going forward.
Best starting field position of the night for the Blue Devils on the Fitchburg 30-yard line, and no rush.
1st and 10. Red Raider 30, left hash, pistol set. The snap, the give, it went to Martinez, who was the up back on the play, back to the line of scrimmage, and then brought right back. Nice defensive play there. Good form tackle, Jesse Ramos, to wrap and drive him down on the play.
Yeah, no gain right there.
Final 12 seconds of the 3rd quarter winding off. Let's see if Coach Gates elects to run one more play before the team's change ends. Now 3 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Leominster not moving particularly quickly, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will end. 3 quarters complete in the 139th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg, the inaugural Kickoff Classic here on the K-Zone. Fitchburg 14. Leominster 6. Teams change ends in the all-important 4th and final quarter. When we come back, this is the Kickoff Classic on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage as those teams do change ends here on Leominster TV, and great to have you along with us for this Kickoff Classic. Replays will be available throughout the weekend and on into next week. You can relive every moment of this one. Bradley Bedard out there dodging the elements, able to give you fantastic views of this one. You've had a great front row seat if you are not among the 1,000 plus fans that are here in the bowl at Doyle Field for this Kickoff Classic to start the 2021 season. Great to have you all along with us. We'll be with you all season long. Bill Thomas, as you look at 3 quarters, 1 quarter to go, what does Leominster got to do here in the 4th quarter?
Well, Leominster's really struggled with their offense here, and they just need to find a way to get some consistency. I think Caden needs to maybe be a little quicker in the snap count. Excuse me. Don't let Fitchburg get set.
As we welcome you back, team change ends to begin the fourth and final quarter. Leominster now going left to right. The snap from Constant gets the ball to Encarnacion. He's wide open up the middle of the field and into the end zone for a Blue Devil touchdown. 30-yard play. Constant to Encarnacion, and Caden Constant is down at the end of the play. That's a cramp into his left leg, but 11:54 left in the fourth quarter. They caught everybody off guard, including those of us on the broadcast end of things, as immediately we were coming back out of break, there's a play going downfield, and into the end zone goes Encarnacion. It's 14-12, Fitchburg on top of Leominster, and once this all sorts itself out, Leominster will attempt to tie the game with a two-point conversion.
You know, and this time out being for Caden, he's going to have to come out of the game. We're going to have to see what they do for a quarterback situation here.
Backup quarterback is Jacob Tossey. He starts to warm up over here on the near sideline as he gets a ball to loosen up. Coach Devin Gates says of Jacob Tossey, he's one of the smartest players on the team, and he is going to be thrust into the middle of a huge moment. And what are the things we know about this rivalry? Sometimes you don't know the name of a player who just may very well be the guy that makes his rivalry moment. The opportunity comes for Jacob Tossey at quarterback, going for two here at the start of the fourth quarter.
And Jacob Tossey's a name I'm not familiar with. And is this his first trip around on the varsity squad? It's a heck of a way to get your first play at this level.
Believe it was. Last year played his time as the quarterback of a junior varsity team. Strong arm. As Constant just gets deadlift off the field. I want to know who this is. Again, I imagine Bradley has a great look. He's basically just been hoisted up on the play and is being carried over to the sideline. That is Tony Palmariello, who clearly has been spending time in the weight room. He just scooped him up and just walked him over to the sideline and put him down.
Captain material right there. I got this. Caden, hold on tight.
One captain taking care of another, but Caden's in some serious pain here being carried over to the bench, and
it's just
the cramp just doesn't want to release.
Indeed, it does not. So meanwhile, Leominster goes for two, trailing 14-12, 11:54 left here in the fourth. Shotgun set, Jacob Tossey at quarterback. Snap, he'll roll to his right, throw into a pack. It is deflected and intercepted in the end zone. Point after, no good. 11:54 to play in the fourth. Fitchburg maintains now a 2-point edge. Fitchburg 14, Leominster 12. A break and we're back with more. This is the Kickoff Classic on the K-Zone. Bill Thomas, what an exchange of plays as we go into our bonus coverage on Leominster TV.
It's a tough time for your starting quarterback to get injured. Such an important play right there, and tough spot for Jacob Tossey to get tossed into, but he did the best he could right there, but we still got a whole quarter to play. We'll have to see if Caden can shake that cramp off by the time offense goes back out on the field for the Blue Devils. But a heck of a way to get thrown into the fire of Fitchburg-Leominster rivalry for Jacob Tossey.
Back to historic Doyle Field in Leominster here on the K-Zone and with our partners on Leominster TV. No action is currently going on as we come out of the commercial break. Had not even heard the whistle to begin play to start that fourth quarter. That's how loud it was in here starting the fourth quarter. Saw the crowd erupt. That is true, Kate. Last year it was a fairly quiet, of course this past spring, crowd on hand if ever they were there. And now Leominster finds themselves within two. 14-12, Fitchburg on top of Leominster. And remember, Leominster won the last time these two teams met, Thanksgiving 2019, 7-0. Leominster leads the all-time series 68, 60, and 10 after 138 meetings. Who will lead after this 139th meeting? End over end this one goes. It will be returned by De Leon, wrapped up by the Gunners, and down he goes on the play. Encarnacion chases him down.
How many times have we called Ricky's number tonight? It seems like he's all over the field. I think there's multiple people wearing zeros tonight.
If it was the college game, Bill Thomas, they would be. Because they still allow those double numerals at the college level.
Or they can change numbers every other series, I think, so the offense doesn't know who they're chasing.
And Todd, correct me if I'm wrong, in our preseason time with Coach Gates, he specifically mentioned the explosiveness of Ricky Encarnacion because we hadn't seen him throughout much of last season. Can you talk to us about that?
Indeed, he mentioned it actually on the streaming edition of the Coach's Corner on Rivalry Family Media. He talked about Encarnacion and just what an important and crucial piece he was going to be to both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders, snapping at their own 28-yard line. Broussard the snap. The give was for Dudek. Dudek bounces it out to the right, back across the 30 and toward the 35-yard line. They give him his forward progress to the 36. Gain of 8, 2nd down and 2 to go for the Red Raiders.
Looks like Quendo's still on the sideline. Doubtful he's going to be back. Wouldn't even be at all surprised if they've taken his helmet away just to not give him any incentive to try to get back out there.
That's the interesting thing. The marquee players, the big names on the team, many of them on the sidelines, so both squads asking others to step up and make some plays.
2nd down and short to go. The shotgun snap from Broussard. Put it in the hands of Devani De Leon, and De Leon gets hit from the right side and taken down on the play he goes.
Looks like right there from his linebacker position, Nico Martinez wrapping him up. Nice one-on-one tackle.
Moved the nose of the football past the line to gain at the 39-yard line, and it's enough for a Red Raider 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like the forward motion did give him that 1st down, but still a great play right there by Nico.
10:45 to play here in the 4th. 14-12 the lead right now for the Red Raiders. On 1st and 10, the snap, the give. This is Dudek bouncing it out to the right. Dudek is hit and stuck. Jared Viola with a fantastic play moving out to the right.
Looked like Makai Newton in there too, number 2, trying to make up for some problems he had on offense, trying to give it a little defensive payback.
2nd down, short 10 to go. Ball nosing up against the Red Raider 39-yard line at right hash. Shotgun set. 3 receivers out in the formation, 2 checked up at the wide side left. Play action fake. Now the give. The little come-to-me screen dropped off in the hands of Caputi, who gets his first catch of the day for the Red Raiders. Crossed the 40 and taken down at the Red Raider 43-yard line. Nice patience there by Broussard with the defense bearing down at him.
Yeah, good job by the defense, though, not letting him knife his way through that left side. Closed in nicely off that little wide receiver screen.
3rd down. 3rd down and 7 to go for the Red Raiders. Ball located at their own 43-yard line. They need their own 49 for the 1st.
Crowd coming to life here. Big 3rd down.
Traditional Red Raider I formation. Dotting the back of that I was De Leon. The snap and the give. No, it is Quendo back into the game. Gets the carry across the 45 and down at midfield. Enough for a Red Raider 1st down. Timely arrival back into the game, but still a little peg-legged on that right side.
He comes up gimpy, and very surprising that the coaches would have him back out there, but maybe he's fighting a cramp too, and they just want him to play through it.
Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service drives our peak performer of the 2nd half. Viola's can get you ready for the season. New tires, brakes, exhaust systems, or your seasonal service needs. Let brothers John and Mike Viola help you stay on the road and in the game. Open 8 to 6, Monday through Friday. Boulder Drive in downtown Fitchburg. Online at violatire.net. 1st down and 10 to go at midfield. The snap and the give this time was for Dudek. Dudek took an initial stick from Encarnacion. They stay together as the action moves toward the Leominster 45, and Encarnacion will finish him up. But Dudek with a strong gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Nice strong play right there. Once again, calling Ricky Encarnacion's number. We're going to see a lot of that 0 on both sides of the ball this year, I think, Todd.
Part of the difficulty right now for the Blue Devil defense is that because of the running attack for the Red Raiders, time keeps coming off the clock in chunks, and it is not the Blue Devils' friend. Down by 2, they need to get the ball back in order to make something happen, and Fitchburg's taking short chunks.
On 2nd down and 4, give it to Quendo. Bounces it out to the right side, bides his time, gets caught from behind as he crosses the 40-yard line and taken down at the 37. It is enough for a Red Raider first down, and the drive continues, and more time will get peeled off the clock.
And Bill Thomas, even with the injury to Oquendo, 17 carries, 163 yards of offense for him. Right now, averaging 9.6 yards per carry.
And I tell you, Kate, he wasn't limping when he was carrying the ball downfield, but he got up and he limped his way back to the huddle. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him get the ball again. The kid's a warrior.
Well, the interesting thing here right now, Fitchburg's offense balancing wanting another score to pad their lead, but also enjoying the clock running down.
First down and 10 to go. It's a low snap scooped up off the shoe tops. Handoff was nicely completed by Broussard. He gets it into the hands of Oquendo, crosses the 35 and taken down just shy of the 30 at the Blue Devil 31-yard line. Oquendo on the busted play rips off a gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4 to go. They keep moving that mark closer and closer to the 30-yard line.
Back and forth.
The rain starting to pick up once again here at Doyle Field, and the humidity continues to stick everybody all over the stadium. Combination of tropical air and rain now continuing to fall once again. Going to make things slick as we work our way toward the finish. Second down and 4 to go. Shotgun snap. The give this time is for Devani De Leon, out to the left of the formation, crossing the 30 and keeps his legs driving across the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Another Red Raider first down. Clock stopped momentarily at 6.5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Fitchburg nursing a 14-12 lead in the 139th meeting of Fitchburg and Leominster. For the Red Raiders, what's on the line? Last time they won in this series, Thanksgiving 2017, the 136th meeting of these two teams, a 34-21 victory for Fitchburg over at Crocker Field. Red Raiders would love to turn the tide and get themselves back in a winning way in this series. On first down and 10 to go, Broussard, the handoff for Oquendo. Oquendo hurdles a defender across the 20-yard line and down around the 18-yard line. Slices off another 8, maybe 9. He will be just 1.5 yards shy of another Red Raider first down.
And I tell you, Oquendo's got to be feeling. He's not limping now. He's running on adrenaline. He wants that ball. And he's producing for the Red Raiders.
One of the other interesting things here, this drive for Fitchburg started with 11 minutes and 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Time is ticking off. You've got the 11th play of the drive coming up here for Fitchburg. They've already gotten 4 first downs on this drive. And right now, if you're Coach Greg Graham and the offense for Fitchburg, you are very much enjoying the fact that this much time is coming off the clock. Right now, your offense is in the driver's seat. And most importantly, you're keeping Leominster's offense off the field.
Second down, 1.5 yards to go coming out of this timeout. 5:47 to play here in the fourth quarter. 14-12, Fitchburg's lead over Leominster, 139th meeting of these two storied programs. Good opportunity to once again remind you that as this rivalry continues to ramp back up, coming out of the pandemic, these two teams are back together on Thanksgiving 2021, 140th meeting of these two teams. Coming up later on this calendar year, the 115th Thanksgiving Day Classic comes your way here on the K-Zone on Thanksgiving morning. And that also means breakfast for the bands. That's coming back as well. Thank the great folks from the Leominster and Fitchburg Rotary. They're coming back. They're selling tickets here at historic Doyle Field tonight. Find a Rotarian, get yourself to that breakfast for the bands coming up in the month of November as well. Second down and short to go. Give it to Oquendo, does Broussard, who gets his momentum turned as he comes toward the line, but pushes that mark ever so much closer to that 15-yard line, and another Red Raider first down.
One of the first times Oquendo's been held to anything under 4 to 5 yards. Nice job by the Blue Devils there on second and short, but third and short coming up, and probably a fourth and short looking big picture.
In-game update brought to you by Brady's Restaurant at 37 Mechanic Street. Leominster offers chef-inspired cuisine by the region's best-loved chef, Bill Brady. Eat, drink, enjoy life at Brady's Restaurant. Menu available online at chefbradys.com.
Red Raiders got to be looking at 2 plays here to get this.
Third and short. Not going to need 2 plays, Bill Thomas. Plenty of room for Oquendo, slashing to the left. He's across the 15 and down at the 13. A Red Raider first down, and the march of an inevitability continues here at Doyle Field.
And you wonder at what point if maybe the Blue Devils might want to start saving clock here and calling their own timeouts. Just watching that time tick off is not going to do them any good if and when they get the football back.
4:40 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. Red Raiders looking to push their lead a little bit further. Walking to the line with no urgency necessary. This is Broussard, who will head under center in an I formation. Snap, the give. Dotting that I this time was Oquendo into the pile. He slips through the defense, finds his way to the doorstep, and it's a 13-yard touchdown run for Anthony Oquendo.
Certainly looked like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage right there. And next thing I know, he's being chased into the end zone to no avail. Another 6 on the scoreboard for the Red Raiders.
Slow to get up at the end of that play. There was a Blue Devil at the bottom of the
50.
pile there.
Looked like 50 maybe.
Tony Palmeriello,
little,
slow to get up, the defensive
gimpy
tackle. He's going to have to trot off over to the near side, and looks, at least from long distance here, to be nothing more than maybe a cramp or a twist. He'll come over here to the near sideline. Point after attempt coming up.
8-minute drive. 8 minutes.
Not only an 8-minute drive, but a productive one. You know, you talk about drives that might come up empty, end up in a turnover, but burn 8 minutes and to get the 6 at the end, you can't ask for anything more.
Confusion on the Red Raiders sideline as they try to find a spot for a player out on the field, and Coach Greg Graham has to burn a timeout with 4:19 to play in the fourth. They had some personnel issues on that special teams package. 20-12, the Red Raider lead, 139th meeting of these two programs. Point after coming up would make it 21-12. Leominster would get the football back after the kickoff with 4 and change left.
But the big problem is, Todd, two-score game. If they make this extra point, you can't make up 9 with 1 score. So this is huge.
Time to name our play of the day. This ought to be interesting. Don't trust your next AV or security system project to a novice. The experts at Central Communication Systems are the key communications provider for thousands of businesses around New England, including Worcester's new Polar Park. Learn more at central-inc.com. Since 1991, the region's communication systems expert. Central Communication Systems brings us our play of the day. Bill Thomas.
I'll tell you,
one on either side.
There's a number of them. My nomination is, and I wish I knew who it was, who knocked the ball out at the half-yard line that prevented that Blue Devil touchdown. But we can't disregard what Ricky, Riley Costa did with that with 2 interceptions. One of them won a fumble recovery and leading to a touchdown.
Santana gets the ball down. It is deflected and then fumbled, and the Blue Devil special teams unit gets a point after block. 4:19 to play in the fourth. An 8-point game, 20-12, and more to come. You're listening to The Classic here on the K-Zone. Coverage continues for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. We thank you so very much for joining us and being a part of this one, wherever you may be, across the Comcast and Verizon landscape, or joining us online at leominster.tv. It's been great to have you along with us, and we look forward to being with you all season long. Note next week, week 2 of action for Leominster. That game at Foley Stadium in Worcester, where Doherty will play host to Leominster, is a 6:30 kickoff. We'll have the action for you here on Leominster TV. Bonus coverage continues over on Leominster TV, and action returns right here on the K-Zone. Great to have you along with us. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you the world over on the legendary AM 1280, 105.3 FM as well. Great to have you along with us. McCloskey will put the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right as the rain continues to get heavier here at Doyle Field. 4:19 to play in the fourth in an 8-point meeting between these two storied rivals. McCloskey sets his line down, the approach, the one-step plant and kick downfield. It will hop at the 19-yard line. It'll skeeter back past Aguilera, who has to go back, run it down. Gunners catch up, and down he goes. And the enthusiasm out on the field, a huge leaping celebration down there. Meanwhile, back behind the play, slow to get up, was Aguilar, who got hit at the end of the play. Shea Ganoyer, Bill Thomas, made the catch-up and tackle for the Red Raiders, getting downfield as a gunner.
It looks like we have a Blue Devil down.
Indeed it is. It's Aguilar who was responsible for the return.
Still down.
Slow to get up.
Got twisted up there as he was running laterally across the field, it looks like. You know, Kate, just to expand a little bit, we were talking about the play of the game. I think that in an odd situation, in my opinion, the player of the game was not involved in the play of the game. You know, because when, I was trying to come up with, who committed what play and what was going on, and you toss Ricky and Costin and she owns name.
You're going to get it there, Bill Thomas.
I'm just going to call him Ricky from now on.
Ricky Encarnacion.
He might not be involved in a play of the game, but I swear we've called his number at least 50% of the time, whether it's on offense or defense. He's there.
Yes.
He's got a very good instincts, and he's just he's reading the ball well tonight. And I think the play of the game and the player of the game, two entirely different discussions.
I think Paul Mirello has a job in training.
Yes, he has carried Aguilar off now over to the near sideline like a sack of potatoes over here to the near sideline.
After he was injured himself and ran off.
That's a great point, Bill Thomas.
And now he's carrying other injured players off. So great show of teammate friendship and sportsmanship right there amongst the teammates.
4:13 to play here in the fourth quarter, 20-12, Fitchburg's lead. Leominster with the long field in front of them, back at their own 14-yard line, first down and 10 coming left to right here in this fourth quarter. Constant with the pistol snap, the give to the outside, this is Newton, caught from behind and down he goes, Bill Thomas.
Yeah, I thought we had a new quarterback out there, but the lights are playing tricks with the numbers out there. I thought we had 5 out there under center, but looks like Constant's back out there.
Bill Thomas, we have a trick for you. Caden wears bright yellow cleats. When you see those bright yellow cleats out there, Caden's out there.
The line was blocking me a little bit.
3:40 to play here in the fourth quarter. Winding down toward 3.5 minutes. It's a 2-back pistol set with the H-back off the right of the formation. Encarnacion looking his way is Constant, in and out of the hands, just led him a little too far for about the 3rd time tonight. Eventually that is going to connect, and it is going to result in points for Leominster.
Nice little go route there, trying to connect with Ricky. I'm going to stay away from his last name. It's just going to be Ricky.
I got you, Bill
You
Thomas.
only need one name. We talk about Ricky, it's going to be 0.
Post-game extra
like Tiger,
comes up after this one. We've got your extensive post-game recap covering all that was this 139th meeting. Preview our action tomorrow. Groton Dunstable and St. Bernard's is right here on the K-Zone. Come back for a Week 2 doubleheader. We've got more to come. Stay with us coming up after the conclusion of this one. Constant on the delay, calls his own number with a lot of space in front of him. To the 15, then the 20, bear hugged and taken down at the 22-yard line. Slow to get up is Constant at the end of the play.
Not getting up, actually. Looks like twisted up again, maybe. He pops up, and they're going to leave him in the game. They're not stopping the game for him, so he doesn't have to come out. A little gimpy.
Gain of 9 on the play for Constant with the keeper.
I think we're going to get a timeout here, maybe.
3:13 to play in the fourth quarter. Cabrera whispers something to Constant, who gets guided over here to the near side by Coach Bill Gates, who's going to find his way to the sideline. Coach Devin Gates will take the timeout, and that could preserve the eligibility for Constant to return to the game if he is cleared. But he has got his hands, it looks like, on his head. Jacob Tossey gets the nod. He's going into the quarterback spot for the 2nd time tonight.
You wonder if he didn't get his neck twisted up right there. He's grabbing the back of his helmet.
And if he does that for too much longer, then the trainer could put him in concussion protocol for at least
and it looks like he's trying to stay away
sure.
from everybody.
Yep.
Just kind of gathering his senses.
3:13 to play in this fourth quarter. Coach Devin Gates huddles up the squad over here on the near sideline, plotting and planning and deciding where this one goes on 4th down and short to go with Jacob Tossey at quarterback.
He's been brought into very, very difficult situations tonight. I do not envy him.
Say the least, Kate.
Popped right up on both occasions. The senior leader says, I've got this. Shotgun, make it now a pistol as he steps up in the formation. 2 backs with him, pair of receivers out to the left. The H-back is left. Snap, back to pass. Tossey throws a bullet toward the feet. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. That's a coverage sack downfield. Red Raiders had coverage in all directions in the secondary. That pass was not finding a home. Turnover on downs with 3:09 to play in the fourth quarter. And the Red Raider faithful celebrate over on the far side, prodded on by the red and gray, who are looking to stamp their mark on this one.
Yeah, I think they're feeling pretty good now. Got the ball a little over 3 minutes and an 8-point lead. Things are looking up on the Red Raider side of the ball right now.
Angel Alejandro says something to his teammates on his way over to the sideline to check out of this one as the Red Raider offense comes back on the field. Their previous drive melted 8 minutes off the board and ended with a score. Tyler Broussard is still at the quarterback spot. I backfield. Dudek will be the down fullback. Anthony Oquendo dots the I. Leominster pierces the neutral zone. That's a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5.
Nothing going right now for the Blue Devils.
First down and 5 to go across the Blue Devil 20. Finds them at the 17-yard line.
And with a back like Oquendo, that's not a big ask for Fitchburg's offense to be able to put an even larger stamp on this fourth quarter of offensive production for the Red Raiders.
Straight eye backfield, Dudek and Oquendo dotting, a receiver to either side. The snap for Broussard, hand it to Oquendo, takes it off the right of the formation. Blue Devils defense surrounds, but still manages a gain of 1. Maybe 2. They move the ball to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 3 to go for the Red Raiders in Leominster territory.
With that carry, that's 23 carries for Oquendo, 197 yards of rushing on his own. So 197 of Fitchburg's 268 rushing yards coming courtesy of number 1, Anthony Oquendo.
Broussard into the huddle from the sideline. Go ahead, Bill Thomas.
A number of those yards after he was injured. Tough kid right there.
Indeed. Putting his stamp on this series that he has craved an opportunity to do. This handoff is to Dudek on 2nd and 3. Dudek finds some space as he moves his way into the second level. Crosses the 10-yard line down at the 9. It's a Red Raider 1st down and goal to go.
Ooh, the Fitchburg faithful being boisterous over there.
The enthusiasm here at Doyle Field has been palpable all night long. We said welcome back to football at the start of this one. Welcome back, fans. It's great to have everybody who wants to be able to be here. We hope you get an opportunity to come on out to your local high school, support the community, whether here at Doyle Field, on the road at one of the other Leominster locations, or down at Crocker Field in Fitchburg, or on the road with the red and gray throughout the year. We look forward to monitoring these two teams as we head toward the 140th meeting coming on Thanksgiving Day. Oquendo with the carry, good for 8. Brings the ball down just about a yard shy of the goal line. It'll be 2nd and goal to go from the 2.
And that carry is going to bring him over the 200-yard mark for the game. 24 carries, 205 yards, averaging 8.5 yards a carry is Oquendo, and he's going off to the sideline for the night. Crack 200, go take a seat, grab some water.
And he earned it.
Job well
tonight.
Done. Job well done.
Broussard, no, check
Direct
it. That's
snap.
Dudek. Dudek in the Wildcat spot, finds some room, bounces it to the left, pierces the goal line, and puts the exclamation point on this Red Raider victory.
Direct snap, nothing fancy right there. Oquendo out of the game. Just push it in. No handoff. Straight ahead blocking.
And that will send the blue and white faithful to the parking lot. 1:11 to play here in the fourth quarter. Red Raiders have pushed their lead to 26-12, pending the point after opportunity.
Red Raider fans definitely vocal, and they got a lot to be happy about tonight.
Absolutely. Great start to this year.
Kicker doesn't have a holder.
McCloskey has nobody there, and Leominster faked into the neutral zone.
They should call timeout.
Snap it and run, buddy.
Call timeout, Red Raiders.
Here comes Santana racing out onto the field. There's 10 seconds on the play clock, and now there's a procedure penalty.
That's tough. He was panicked.
I don't blame
Let him snap it to you.
McCoskey.
Yeah,
If
snap
there's
it to
nobody
me.
there, snap it to me. Let's go.
Tough situation. Your team's celebrating. There's a lot of enthusiasm out there. That's all good, but Coach Greg Graham, I know, is going to want to preach discipline.
Yeah, that'll be
You've
in
got to
the
finish
notes.
the game. There's definitely going to be a post-game conversation about being disciplined while still enjoying the moment.
That'll be in the notes.
Play to the zeros.
Santana will do the holding, now out on the field for McCloskey. Good snap. Santana gets the ball down. McCloskey drives it. He's got the leg. Point after is good. 1:11 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's 27-12. Fitchburg on top of Leominster in this 139th meeting. The Red Raiders are on their way to their first victory in this series since 2017's Thanksgiving battle. A break and we're back with more. This is high school football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. Go ahead, Bill Thomas.
Well, some quick history. I'm looking at last 12 games. Fitchburg's only won 2 of them, so they got to feel really good about that. 2-10 in the last 12, but they're 1-0 now.
Last time they won here at historic Doyle Field was the 2014 playoff meeting, a 7-0 Red Raider victory.
I remember that game.
Indeed, the 132nd meeting of these two teams.
I believe Leominster might have been undefeated that season coming into that game, and the Red Raiders were the final seed. And tough conditions, and they scored on a long run.
Welcoming you back to historic Doyle Field in Leominster here on the K-Zone. Coming up post-game, we got a full recap of this entire 139th meeting. We preview the rest of Week 1 action as well. We'll name our player of the game, talk about our moments through this one, set the stage for the rest of this Week 1 action. The most comprehensive post-game is right here on AM 1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com. You stay with us at the conclusion of this one. We got more for you with high school football here tonight. 1:11 to play here in the fourth quarter. 27-12 is Fitchburg's lead. McCloskey will put the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line at our right. And the decision-making here will certainly be interesting. Leominster's going to want to, of course, be careful, keep everybody safe, healthy, playing, of course, to the conclusion of this one, but you certainly don't want to see in the waning 1:11 anything bad happen in either team's situation. McCloskey swings the leg, end over end it will go. Full head of steam on its way downfield. This is Viola. Gets to right hash and turns the ball upfield. Across the 30, 35, and down there at the 37-yard line. Pack peels apart calmly. Everybody goes to their separate ways. And the Red Raider faithful over on the far side, look at the enthusiasm. Welcome back to a game that counts in this series.
Well, I wouldn't say that any game doesn't count.
Counts against your record now.
This game has a little more meaning than some of the games in the past just because of the situation and what led up to it. And great victory here as we play out the last minute here by the Fitchburg Red Raiders.
Caden Constant stays over on the sideline. Jacob Tossey at the quarterback spot. Pistol set, 3 receivers spread out. Back to pass, 3 steps set, batted away. Samson Faulkner says absolutely not.
Big hands, big body right there, blocking out the view. And just to follow up on Caden, I see him with an ice pack on his neck. Hopefully it's maybe just a sprained neck or he got twisted up. But we'll see what the future holds for him come next week.
2nd down and 10 to go. 38-yard line just inside of right hash. Tossey calling signals, directing traffic. Encarnacion sets up as the H-back to the right of this formation with 2 backs behind Tossey. Got some time, sets and throws that screen. Pass is complete into the hands of Newton. Across the 40, finds his way to the 41-yard line of the Blue Devils. Tossey a little slow to get up, but he was able to avoid a major hit, bearing down on him over here on the near side. Looked like, was that Newton, Bill Thomas? Mazius Newton over here on the near side.
I'm trying to see who this is.
Came up with a cramp at the tail end of the play.
And Tossey went over to help him up, but he waved him off and laid back down. He knew he wasn't ready to get up. 51, it looks like. Yeah, 51.
Fortunately, don't have
And that's
51
who we don't have a number.
on
He's
our
been out
roster
there on
provided
defense
tonight.
all night, too, and unfortunate. We have three players with no numbers. Should we give one of them credit?
Your favorite pick, Bill Thomas. Juan Cyprian, Edmanuel Encarnacion, Hayden Paul, all juniors.
I'll go with Hayden Paul. I don't know. He was a big kid.
Indeed it was. Well, hey, 6 foot, 280. Good choice.
He looked bigger than 225, so, process of elimination.
Indeed. 3rd down, 8 to go. Ball at the Blue Devil 42. Tossey back to pass. Gets some time, rolls to his right and throws. Comeback attempt, no good. Cabrera was the intended receiver downfield in double coverage.
Tough pass right there. Good job by Tossey throwing it where only his receiver would have a good shot at it, although it fell incomplete.
Clock stopped on the incompletion. 27 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter.
Looks like the Blue Devils are going to punt.
Indeed they will. Ivan Kadua goes back to do the punting for the Blue Devils. Stands at his own 30-yard line. Blue Devils need their own 48 for a first, alternatively. Good snap to Kadua. Drops it on the toe, sends it downfield, hops at the Red Raider 35 and takes a Blue Devil bounce and checks up at the 25-yard line where it is touchdown, stopping the clock on the change of possession with 15 seconds left here in the 4th quarter and a 27-12 Red Raider lead.
Nice 15-point victory, and Kate and I were talking about the playoff system. Now, margin of victory is going to play into the overall power rankings, and they'll only give teams credit a maximum of 14 points for margin of victory, and Red Raiders have covered that problem tonight.
Red Raiders are on their way to picking up their 61st victory all-time in this series. The record will be 61, 68, and 10. Leominster will be 68, 61, and 10 all-time through 139 meetings when this one concludes tonight. Officials are going to stay very, very close as Broussard walks in for victory formation. He will snap, kneel it down. Everybody cleanly steps up. Wait a minute. They just signaled a procedure penalty on a victory formation. Why not? Let's add a little excitement to the end of this one.
Apparently Goose got nowhere to go. What's one more play?
1st down and longer. They'll walk to the line. Everybody stays even closer this time. Broussard will have to snap it just one more time, and this one will conclude. The snap, the kneel down, everybody takes one step. The Red Raiders begin to celebrate. They won't have to snap the ball again. Final 5 seconds will come off the board here at historic Doyle Field in Leominster, where the Red Raiders will win the 139th meeting of these two storied programs and go to 1-0 on the 2021 season and 61, 68, and 10 all time. First Red Raider victory since Thanksgiving 2017, a 34-21 Red Raider victory. First victory here at Doyle Field since a 7-0 victory in the 2014 playoffs, the 132nd meeting of these two teams. For the Red Raiders, it is the end of a long gap of losses and able to add a 3rd win in the last 12 years to this historic series. And keep it in perspective, the great part about this rivalry is having two rivals that can equally pit and match up with one another. We saw a wonderful meeting here tonight that tells you the fire is plenty stoked. I can't wait to see the 140th meeting on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, absolutely, Todd. We saw a magnificent football game here tonight. The score doesn't reflect the game we saw. We saw basically a 14-12 game until the last 6 minutes. But great showing on both sides of the field. The fan support was tremendous tonight. Unfortunately, the Blue Devils came up a little short in the 4th quarter, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Indeed it does. And the thing that will stand out as we move our way into our post-game coverage will be the opportunities for the Blue Devils that came down off the board on more than one occasion tonight. Circumstances that certainly would have made this game a lot closer. You see the great show of sportsmanship as the teams go through the handshake line and each player taking their time to congratulate one another on a hard-fought game here at Doyle Field. For the first time since 2019, these two programs got together and treated everyone in this region to a dandy of a football game.
Great show of respect here as the time went down here. The game's over, but the respect and the camaraderie isn't. And these two teams know they're going to match up again. And they're probably already thinking about how they can create a different outcome second time around, especially if you're wearing a Blue Devil uniform.
No question about that, and we'll see that coming up on Thanksgiving Day. As we work our way to post-game coverage, we thank those of you that have been joining us with our partners on Leominster TV. Replays available throughout the weekend and on into next week right here on Comcast, Verizon, Leominster.tv. Check them out on YouTube as well. We thank Bradley Bedard for his efforts here at Doyle Field tonight under difficult conditions. And for those of you joining us on Leominster TV, it's your time to go over to your radios. Click them on. AM 1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com. Post-game coverage begins in a matter of moments. Once again, the final score here from historic Doyle Field. Fitchburg 27, Leominster 12. The Red Raiders open the season 1-0 here at Doyle Field. For Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins saying so long to those of you joining us on Leominster TV. Come on over to the radio. Post-game coverage begins with our post-game extra right now. You're listening to the Kickoff Classic here on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net. The Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com. And by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.